Damn, we already picked 6. Already down, man. Nebraska defense look like it's swarming. We still throwing bubble screens. Offensive line getting whooped early in offense. Just been the season for us, you know what I'm saying? This is the type of season it been for Trojan family, you know what I'm saying? We got to thug it through. We got to thug it through. What's up, Rolo? Yeah, I can't lie. Colorado look good. Man, same thing, bro. So we need a pass rush for sure, but to be honest, it ain't even our defense though. Really, like, look, we just gave up. It's our offense that's really killing us. Our defense being average, like our defense is decent. It's all right. It's the best it could be without a pass rush, right? But it been mostly our offense putting our defense in a bad situation. Of course, Colorado is exciting. They got Shador, they got Travis, they got Prime over there. So of course they're gonna be excited. Who Colorado played? Rolo? I didn't even see the game. I don't be catching the Big 12 games like that. Right, Jeff. Like, we bubble screen city, bro. Like, we are bubble screen city. Okay, look like we're trying to get the run game going. I said before this game, though, Colorado play Utah. Okay, that's a good win then. Utah be having tough teams. I think Utah struggled this year. They ain't really got no quarterback, but Utah always a good win because they're gonna be coached up, right? But you talking about Juju Lewis. Yeah, it looked like to tell you the truth, I don't think he's going to Colorado, though. I don't think he's going to Colorado. I think he's going to go somewhere else. Because I remember the interview, him saying he can't see himself playing in the Big 12. He want to play in a big-time conference. But that's right. Keep giving Jordan the ball. Like I said, Lincoln Riley can't do Jaden Mayava like that. He can't come out try to pass the ball 50, 40 times with this dude. He a young quarterback. This is his first game. We can't come out airing it out with him. I think the first two possessions, we got more passes than runs. We need to run. But it's hard to run because the offensive line, they'll give you a good block and then they'll give up a yard for loss. With the offensive line, it's like, okay, is either they gonna do their job or they gonna get blew up. Like our offensive line, our lows is 2 lows. Like, look at that right there. We in the red zone, or we deep in enemy territory, and look, we give up a yard for loss. We can't have yards for loss. Okay, that's a good catch by Deuce Robinson. All right, we moving the ball. Oh, that's what we want to see, that athleticism, getting out the pocket. Zachariah finally got one. Excuse me if I'm I think I'm like a play behind y'all. All right, touchdown. Okay. We back in it. Okay. I like that drive. At least we was running the ball. We got to keep it balanced. Okay. We might have a game here. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if our defense look pretty decent. Let's see if we could lock them down. I feel like what we did this drive right here, I feel like we could do that every possession. Let's keep it balanced. Let's start with the run though. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Like I ain't even got direct TV. I'm still a play behind though, Jeff. So it ain't just direct TV. I guess it just all depends where you at. Hold on, let me get my charger. My laptop about to die. Hold on, y'all. I'll be back. All right, y'all. I'm back in this thing. Okay, that was a good drive. We needed to respond like that. Nebraska over there talking big shit. Yeah, he threw a prayer up, but that's a good prayer, right? Because you throwing to somebody who's 6'5". That's what you supposed to do, to be honest. Like a 6'5" dude that's single covered, he should be always open. So it ain't a prayer, if you ask me. It might be a prayer in his mind, but if I got a 6'5" dude wide open, especially that close to the end zone, that's a good prayer. That's a good prayer throwing to somebody 6'5", and the fact that he was elusive enough to make the play. We ain't gonna Miller Moss bash. I ain't gonna Miller Moss bash, but Miller Moss probably would have been sacked on that play. Or Miller Moss would have just threw that play away. He would have threw that ball away. Now I'm not gonna get on Miller because I feel like this whole team deserves equal credit for all. This one of these teams where you can't blame one person. I can't blame Lincoln. I can't blame D'Anton Lynn. I can't blame Miller. Everybody deserves, to me, almost just about the equal share blame. If you ask me. But that prayer, he made that prayer happen though. I don't know why Jacoby on the bench. Oh, he says Jacoby sitting for them tweets. Maybe so. That's toxic then. That's toxic then. Man, that's toxic. He's sitting for them tweets. Man. You right. He should have kept it on that 4-yard loss. You right. I cannot lie. But that still don't. The offensive line still supposed to do better, right? The offensive line still got beat up the middle, and they like the edge crash down. The guards got beat up the middle. So yeah, he should have ran that. But the offensive line still getting blew up though. Nebraska about to get back on the field. You think USC, man, we should have won a lot of games, Rolo. Like this USC team, Rolo, could beat any team and they could lose to any team. That's what kind of team we got. We could beat any team, but we could lose against anybody. We don't play complimentary football. So Logan, You a Miller guy, huh? I ain't mad at you. You a Miller guy, but I think you a Miller guy. I ain't gonna lie, my album look kind of shaky, but it's his first game. He basically a freshman, right? So we gotta give Mayava some time to get acclimated. Ain't nothing like playing in the game. You could practice all you want. You can know the plays all you want. Oh, you want Mayava? Okay. Dylan Raiola. Remember, we had him. He supposed to be a USC quarterback. It seems like Nebraska. Seems like Nebraska want to pass against us. Seems like they want to spread us out and get it in the air on us. Okay, third down. It's the winning down. So BK, you don't think them close losses gonna become demons? You don't think they're gonna carry over the next season, or is it just a this season thing? And I would say we'll be fine next year too, but we losing so much on the defense. I got to see what we do in the transfer portal, right? Raiola scramble for the first down. Always got to count for the scrambling quarterback. Like, yeah, we need to hit the D line in the portal, period, right? Kobe Pepe gonna be gone. Gavin Meyer gonna be gone. Nate Clifton gonna be gone. Bear already gone. Solo gonna be gone. Mason Cobb gonna be gone. Mascarenas Arnold gonna be gone. Akili Arnold gonna be gone. We gonna have to replace like 7 to 8 dudes that play defense, and we gotta replace them with players with experience. If we replace all them players with freshmen and redshirt sophomores, we gonna be young again, extra young on defense. This year, we young on offense. Next year, we gonna be young on defense. Yeah, but you know how the Big Ten is. That probably wasn't on first down, but with the Big Ten refs, man, they do what they want. The Big Ten refs can even go against their own rules. We all seen the Minnesota game. To overturn a call, you need undisputable evidence, right? On that replay, you couldn't even see the ball, and they overturned that. So the Big Ten refs, they above the law, bro. Like, they could call a penalty that don't even exist. They could reverse a play that don't even exist. You feel me? Like, I got the link up there if any of y'all want to hop on. You feel me? Okay, Woody Marks bust. Okay, Woody Marks for the first down. I like that play call. Yeah, Gentry, Davis, and Anthony Lucas gonna come back. So yeah, we got Gentry and Davis coming back, and Lucas gonna come back. But besides that, who coming back that played a lot this year? Kamari. What's up, B Jinx?
What's going on, man? Yeah, I was trying to type it in the chat. The reason why I say I think we should be pretty good next season. Like you said, on offense we got a lot of young talent, but on defense, even though we losing a lot of those transfers, um, they ain't playing a lot of that young talent. Like Cam Fountain wasn't really expected to contribute this year. You got Desmond Stevens, you got the other freshmen along the defensive line. You got Gentry coming back. You got Grace Young coming back. So while we taking our bumps and bruises this season, man, next season we should be okay. And next season we got a favorable schedule, man. The only hard, difficult games I see is on the road at Notre Dame and on the road at Oregon.
Right.
So
But
that's why I
schedules,
said, go ahead.
nah, schedules could look easy the year before, but these
Hmm.
teams that we looking at that probably be easy with, they could be good. Nobody expected Indiana to do what they was doing.
That's true. That's
So
true. I agree with you.
and
I
then
agree
just like
with you.
yeah, and just like our schedule this year looked at hella tough, but now that we look back at it, it wasn't that tough. Like LSU and Michigan, like them what? In Penn State,
Hmm. Mm.
LSU
Yeah,
wasn't as good as we expected. Michigan wasn't good as we expected. So I get what you're saying though.
but
The schedule look good right now, but
But
man,
even with that though, we expected it to be one of the toughest schedules in college football. And starting off, it was, but we lost a lot of those games, like we were saying before on the live. We lost a lot of those games by 1 and 2 points with a depleted defensive line and playing a bunch of young players. All of those games that we lost, man, we were right there in it. If Moss throw that ball 6 inches lower, Deuce catch that ball and maybe run and hit his head on the goalpost, or we get a field goal. Had Moss not throwing that pick at a timely, at an untimely, play against Minnesota, more than likely we pull it out. And had they sent that play for official review when that quarterback fumbled that ball, more than likely, we have a better chance of winning that. Even in the Maryland game, man, we were just you know, we had been getting a lot of offensive production this year. Look back at Riley's history, man. He's never averaged this few points in a season. Never. It's
right.
because we haven't been playing, like you said earlier, we haven't been playing complementary football. But even within that, man, Riley has been able to put up points, but we've been trying to fit a square peg into a round hole, and he's been very limited with his playbook or with his play calls using pro style quarterback with this offensive line that had been used to blocking for Caleb Williams.
Yeah, I feel you. Just like I was saying, this team, this is one of them things that we could beat anybody, but we also could
Hmm.
lose to anybody,
Hmm. Hmm.
right? So
Yeah,
we got to get
yeah.
over that hump.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with you, Carter. But if any season was going to be a bad season, I prefer to be the first season in the Big Ten as opposed to the second or the third season in the Big Ten, because then you're looking at, okay, we got to make a coaching change now. To whereas, okay, we should at least give Riley another season to get a full recruiting class, to get the quarterback in that he need, and to show up that defensive line. One thing we're going to have to do, Carter, man, we're gonna have to go in that wallet and spend for a defensive line for next season. We're gonna have to. I know last year a lot of guys was really trying to run up that bag. A lot of guys that are at other places, but if you look at the other places that they chose, your Oregon's, your Ohio States, your Miami, they open up the checkbook, man, and as a result, not only do they have the depth, their records are showing for it.
Exactly. Hey,
Right.
PG, I don't know. I was saying, during the off season, and when we was trying to get them defense alignment, and
Hmm.
a lot of Trojan fans was like, "Oh no, that's too much money for him. Oh, he
Right.
ain't that
Right.
good." I was telling
Right.
Trojan fans, when you building a team, it ain't always about how good is he worth all that money, right? It's how big is the
Hmm.
need. It's filling that
Right.
need that. So shoring up the defensive line was worth any money we had. So I was telling people
Yeah.
sometimes you might gotta overspend to get that guy that you want to shore up your defensive line, your offensive line, or even the quarterback position,
I
right?
agree. I agree. And
Sometimes,
I agree. And again, like you said earlier, man, the teams that spent the bag, man, are the teams that are showing the most results right now. Those are the ones that are showing them. Oh, we got to fight on the sideline, man. I know you
yeah,
might be behind me, but they did some dirty stuff to Woody Marks, the defender, push him on over there into the damn training table, man.
yeah, I see it. I see.
You
You know they
saw,
had a little
okay,
pigeon at the middle of in the middle of the field before the game.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
Niggas,
they were being disrespectful, man. You can't let nobody come into your house and disrespect you like that, and you sit by and be passive. A lot of times, man, you might have to. Well, I put it to you like this, Carter. The team is going to take on the identity of its head coach.
right,
You understand what I'm
right,
saying? So if
right,
your head coach is passive, the team is going to be passive. If your
right.
head coach tell you, "Hey, look, don't let nobody disrespect SC," sign out there on the middle of the field, you get out there, you do something about it. That team gonna be just as tough as that head coach. You understand what I'm saying? So when y'all talk about taking on an identity, it's not just the play calling; it's the identity as far as your mentality as well. How tough you gonna be when it's time to run the ball and they know you're gonna run the ball, how tough are you gonna be then? You know what I'm saying? How tough are you gonna be when somebody push your player to the sideline and you stand by and you watch them and then wait on the dude to leave and then you help them up? No, sometimes you got to get in there and mix it up. It might cost you a 15-yard penalty, but sometimes you got to show up, show a player that, hey, look, I'm willing to take it there if need be. You understand what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
of course, you want to be disciplined with that, but back to what we were talking about, I agree with you, but I think the sentiment with Riley was he didn't want to divide the locker room by bringing in a million, $1.5 million defensive lineman, and you got a backup that might be making $35,000, $40,000 on his NIL that that's been with the program that's been trying to eat for the longest. You understand what I'm saying? So we'll just develop what we got, but it's
See,
showing the
that's
rest of
the
the
problem.
conference
I think.
now. Yeah, go ahead.
That's the problem. I think you can't not make news because you scared what the players gonna do. That's like a parent
Hmm.
scared to do something because they scared what their kids gonna think. No, you gonna
Right.
fall in line or get out of here. And look, we did that.
Yeah.
Isaiah Rakes, he still bounced, right?
Yeah.
Bears still in
Yeah.
the
He
league.
did.
So sometimes you could acquiesce to these kids and they still might leave. If they willing to
Right.
leave for money, then they might be willing to leave for snaps, just like Bear. So you can't look at it
Yeah.
like, oh, these kids gonna get mad. No, we gonna have the best players here and we gonna compete. Now I get it, right? You want more bread, right? Maybe if you
Okay.
stay on the field and start dominating, maybe you could demand more of that. Maybe you can make the coaches tell the NIL people, hey, we got to get him a bag because he balling too much. But
Right.
if you at spring camp and complaining about somebody else getting some bread, then to me that's what you here for.
I agree with you. It's a double-edged sword, but I'm just thinking along the line what the sentiment was as far as Riley not wanting to divide the locker room. Now with Bear leaving, I don't understand why because we ended up needing them in the long run. I don't know why they stopped that play when that kid jumped, man. See, they can't be doing us like this. But Kyle Lemon got that unsportsmanlike, and then Nebraska jump off sides, and then we snap the ball. Then they're gonna stop the damn play. But that's a free snap for us. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't
That's
supposed to
another
stop that.
thing.
You
And
never
that's
supposed
another thing with these refs, Carter. With these refs, man, we haven't been given any type of courtesy, of being in this league and being a name brand. I understand we the new kids on the block, but USC ain't is not an Oregon. We got credentials behind our name. We got Heisman Trophy winners, we got national championships, and they treating us like the step kid that show up at the family picnic. That's the way they
But
treating
why
us.
though? Because we made this happen. If we don't jump ship, UCLA, Washington, or Oregon, they all stay in the pack. Like we
Right,
made this happen.
right. That's what I'm saying. So why are we being treated this way?
I
Listen,
don't know.
man. A lot of fans, a lot of other fans at other schools, you know, like to beat their chest, like with Oregon. They like to beat their chest because of their record or
Touchdown.
but yeah, it's touchdown. That's Kyron Hudson. Like to beat their chest, man. But listen, all it took was SC leaving the Pac-12, and that damn whole conference collapsed. You understand what I'm saying? So that shows you who still carries weight on the West Coast. Now the only thing we got to do is just act like it. That's all we got to do. Like you said, spend some of that bread, man. Get them defensive linemen in, But going back to Bear, I don't know why he left, man. It wasn't like he wasn't getting any snaps, and he was the highest paid defensive player, on that side of the ball. I don't know why he left.
He left because his daddy threw a tantrum. I don't
Yeah, I
think Bears
get
would
that.
leave the league. His pops is controlling that.
But
They
see,
so focused on the
yeah,
NFL, right? He don't. I guess they didn't feel like he was getting enough snaps to be like a first round draft pick.
listen, man, you got a coach like Coach Henny there that can call up Aaron Donald anytime he needs him to come down there and work with you. He right there in Los Angeles. I don't get that, man. Now, your ego, hey, my son should be getting more snaps. But hey, look, he ain't getting no snaps right now. What sense does that make? You cutting off your nose to spite your face, and I hate to use that metaphor. You understand what I'm saying? But you cutting off your nose to spite your face. Well, now you get zero snaps
Exactly.
as opposed to the 2025 you was getting a game. And it could be more right now because we're depleted along the defensive line. But that's
Exactly.
why it goes back to what you were saying earlier. I'm not opposing to paying top dollar to get these defensive linemen in, especially that's out the south and along the offensive line because we're gonna need them in this conference right here. I'm just saying that I'm just speaking to the fact that what Riley was probably going through Riley head of not dividing the locker room, especially with the younger talent that he had. But like you said before, every kid is not going to get treated the same. You don't treat your children the same, and they're your kids. Every kid's gonna be treated different. Some you're gonna give more responsibility to. Some you're gonna put less on. Some you're gonna some of the kids gonna get a bigger allowance because they're older. Some gonna have more free time because they're more trustworthy. You're gonna have to just manage it differently now.
Yeah, and you got to think though, like I bet you everybody on Oregon and Ohio State they ain't getting paid the same.
No, they not. No, they
Yeah,
not.
so
They
so,
not.
so I bet you Dan Lanning and Ryan Day when they spent money for them players, they wasn't worried about what the backup thought.
Yeah, yeah. And then we just lose a kid to Miami. What's his name?
Hayden
Hayden
Lowe,
Levis out of Cali. Yeah, yeah.
Hayden Lowe.
So yeah. They recruiting Cali, man. It's just that other teams are coming in. You got early signing period when next month in a couple weeks. You got teams coming in that's willing to spend the bag, and that's another thing that I heard that Raleigh didn't want to give a bunch of unproven freshmen, top dollar like that. Well, you got these other schools like Miami, Ohio State, and Oregon. They willing to spend the bag, man. They don't care. They got a blank checkbook. They got a blank checkbook, and they ready to, do what they need to do in order to get the players in the depth. That's what's going to be most important, Carter. As you can see, that we're having issues right now. We don't have the quality depth behind, the starters right now, and it hurt us. Gentry going out hurt us. Bear going out hurt us. Anthony Lucas going out hurt us. Those were three key players that could be contributing right now. And who's to say had they not been in there, man, would our team or would the results of our record be totally different than what it is right now?
Right, right. And we can't forget, like, if the officials was real officials, like we wouldn't even be
Hmm.
seeing that. You feel me? So we ain't
Right,
really a 4-5 team. I can't forget that. You feel me? We really more
right.
like a 7-2. You feel me?
Right. I agree with you. We haven't been getting a lot of calls, man. I've seen, several plays where players were allowed to grab face masks. Here in that Michigan game, I don't know how many times they grabbed Miller Moss face mask and it wasn't called. I don't know how many times they gotten away with blatant holds, letting the play clock run down all the way down to zero, not throwing a flag. I think we were playing Minnesota when that happened several times. So, they're not doing us any favor. Again, we're being treated like we're a bottom tier program when we're not. Our USC name carries weight itself. You understand what I'm saying? So we're gonna have to get back to being those bullies, even within a new conference. We've never had problems with Big Ten teams. When we meet up in the Rose Bowl at the end of the year, we've always watched them. But they're not going to do us any favors this year. Not this year.
Nah, man. That's what I'm saying.
Now
So
I tell you, Carla, what we need to do is this. I don't know how much we get per year. It was like 70 or 80 million per year, something like this, up under this new contract in the Big
yep,
Ten. What we
yep.
need to do is this: build up our bag the next 4 or 5 seasons, stack up our paper, and then head back to the West Coast.
You think so?
Stack our paper up because think about it. We would headline the entire West Coast, and I'm willing to bet you UCLA will come right on back with us. Stack up our bread over the next 4 or 5 years, like you would, like a squirrel would be, or like an ant would be working during the summertime, just building up ant mile, building up the ant mile, storing the food for the next 4 or 5 years. Just stack up our bread, and then after that, after we made enough money, after we rebuilt the program back to where it used to be, get the hell out of there, man, and go back to the West Coast.
Well,
You know how many teams we'll pull back in?
it's all about the media contract you can negotiate though. If they
Right, that's
can't
what I'm saying.
if they can't get nothing that's equal or as chunky as they get in the Big Ten, they ain't gonna leave.
Well, that's because we hadn't
And the
been
Big
playing
Ten
like
money
the
gonna keep going up.
SCFO. But that's because we haven't been playing like the SCFO, man. If we get back to the SCFO, like when John Robinson was there, when Pete Carroll was there, man, we wouldn't have no problem getting a
Yeah.
bag out of the LA media market. We didn't want
Hey,
to. We
look,
in the Yeah. Go ahead.
yeah. If we get back to rolling it ain't gonna matter what conference we in. We could go independent. It wouldn't even matter.
Right.
Once we get rolling, it ain't gonna be able to stop us. But it's about we
That.
got to get
Right.
rolling. We got to stack like
That.
2 or 3
That.
seasons up to where we in the playoffs and we win it. Then
That's
you
why I
right.
said 4 or 5 years and get back to playing USC football, man. And we in the LA media market, man. We really can stand alone if we don't want to headline a conference. It's just that we hadn't been winning. Could you imagine, Pete Carroll with an NIL? If the NIL was available when Pete Carroll was coaching, man, it wouldn't even be fair because of the market that we're in, because of the type of coach that we had, and because of the amount of attention that will be on the school itself. But we've been down really since Pete Carroll left. If you want to be honest, we've been down since Pete Carroll left.
Yeah, because he left right before the sanctions hit.
Right before the sanctions hit, and that's when Lane Kiffin took over. And Lane Kiffin wasn't ready, and also Sarkeesian wasn't ready for it at the time. I think Sark would have made a heck of a coach, but he had those issues. He had those issues with alcoholism, and that's what kind of derailed him. And he wasn't ready. He had to go and learn from Saban, just like Kiffin had to go learn from Saban. They pretty much had to grow up. It's almost kind of like going with your uncle, with your favorite uncle during the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then when you finally go off to school on your own, you ain't prepared because you didn't have that discipline, but you was having a good time, but you was still winning. It's same.
Yeah,
That's what happened to Kiffin. That's what happened to Kiffin and Sark. But they had to go back home. They had to go get up under some structure, man.
yeah.
They had to go get up under some structure.
It's a difference between calling plays and running a whole
Right,
program. They didn't know
right,
how to run the whole program yet.
right. They didn't. They did.
And
You're absolutely correct.
I feel like Riley, he's still at the point where he don't know how to run a whole program yet.
You don't think so?
Nah, because off gate, I feel like he would have demanded that our NIL was cracking. Like Nick Saban, like he wouldn't even came. You know what I'm saying? Certain coaches ain't even gonna come
Hmm.
unless the NIL right. They ain't gonna allow certain stuff that Lincoln Riley didn't allow. I feel like right. Even
Damn,
then
we just gave up a touchdown.
officiating.
Damn.
Like I feel like Lincoln Riley should have been kicked out at least one game this year. How we been getting done,
Uh,
right? So I feel like he's still learning how to be a leader of men,
hmm
right?
And we gave up that touchdown out the flat.
That's
The
hey,
linebacker missed that tackle.
weakness in our defense though. It's the flats.
Yeah, Arnold missed that tackle. Arnold, I think that's the safety that missed the tackle. Yeah, the safety that missed the tackle. Dang, he missed that tackle, man. You got to make that.
Let me see, because I was leave.
Number zero. Number
Oh yeah,
zero missed it.
that's order. Oh yeah, that is 101. My man, yeah. See, I don't like.
No, that's a linebacker. That's my fault. That's the linebacker that missed it.
Nah, that was Akili. I just watched it. That was Akili Arnold number
I
0.
thought, well, who's number four? Which one is
Oh, that
number
was number
four?
4.
No, zero missed the tackle. Who's number four? Four is the other brother.
Yeah, 4 is the middle linebacker.
Oh, four is the linebacker and zero is the safety.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, okay. That was Achilles then. He missed that tackle.
Right. Got to get that. But at
But
the same time, as an offensive coordinator, you like that matchup. If you got a receiver and running back out the backfield, you like him against a safety.
right. I agree. I agree.
So I wouldn't even put Arnold on him. Sometimes I like the defense where it's one safety and the rest DBs out there. I feel like you don't even need two safeties if you feel like you know it's finna be a pass. Like if I know
Uh-huh.
you passing it, I'm leaving my best cover safety out there with DBs.
You talking about like a nickel package?
Exactly. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. But
Okay.
yeah, I ain't having two safety because I don't want no safety on no running back that could receive. I feel like that's
Right.
a offense.
Yeah. Yeah, I got
And
what you're saying, but
Ramsey, that's elite. I like Ramsey on that because he elite. But if you ain't elite in
right.
space, if you can't cover and you just one of them box safeties or them range safeties, then I
Uh-huh.
don't want you covering. Like Zion Branch, I don't want him covering in space either. I want him
Well
coming
here's
down
the
or just covering the top of the defense. I don't want him
well,
guarding nobody one-on-one. I want him playing center field like Willie Mays. Then when it's
right.
run, you coming down like a running back. And then your
Well here's
other
the good
safety that could cover and do everything.
well here's the good thing about this. Defense only gave up one touchdown. We're in the first half.
Exactly.
That first touchdown
Exactly.
was given up by Jay Maave on that pick six. So we can say that the defense has only given up one touchdown, even though the score is 14-14. The defense is actually playing pretty well. You know what I'm saying? So I think we got a pretty good defensive coordinator in Danton Lynn. We just need to get the depth and we need to show up that defensive line. Those are the things that. Now, let me ask you a question. What do you think about this whole Juju Lewis thing? You think they're making the right decision by stopping his recruiting and going after Longstreet?
Well, at this point, I would if I'm Lincoln Riley because he only go after
Right,
one quarterback. But I've never been a
right,
fan of this going after one quarterback. I'm old school. I'm gonna go after two or three, right?
uh huh,
So I would be
right.
recruiting them both from the jump. And now I wouldn't start recruiting him because he ain't decommitted yet. He could be like, y'all tripping. I'm just enjoying the college life. I'm just getting the perks out of
Nah,
this. Only get
nah.
recruited one
I
time.
disagree. I
All
disagree
that.
with that, Carter, man.
I
I
mean, I
vehemently
feel both
disagree
sides.
with that. I tell you why, because he's been out on more recruiting trips to Colorado than he's been out to SC to LA this season, and he's committed to Raleigh. So he's showing me right there where he really want to be. And right now he out there. I think he had the Georgia and Tennessee game. So nah, man, I don't think you really take that chance because what you don't want is you don't want another DeAnthony Thomas situation.
Oh,
You don't want that.
this is what I know though, because my little cousin he play on SC, and I know how the little
Uh huh.
recruiting go. Like when you committed
Hmm.
to one school, these other schools go after you harder, and they'll throw you a
Right.
bag just to
Right.
come visit. You could come
Right.
visit university, and they'll get you a marketing deal. This like this because you came and visit. Like Juju went to
Uh huh.
Colorado. They had a Juju burger.
Right. Right. I heard about that.
You don't think they cutting him in on that? He can
Yeah,
say,
I
y'all
believe
doing
that.
burgers in my name. I need a cut. So
Yeah, I
he could be
believe
getting
that. But
money
do you
out.
take that chance though? Do you take that chance? Is what I'm saying. Do you take that
No,
chance?
what I'm saying is I'm accept him if he show up on campus when it's time to sign a letter of intent. He committed, he ain't decommitted. So we could just be in our feelings because he just want to just have fun. He could look at this as I'm having fun, I'm getting back. When I go to Colorado, I get it back. Like they pamper me.
What
So
about
we
Longstreet?
don't know what he's saying in Lincoln Riley. I get it. Look, I feel like he playing and he don't want to come. I'm just saying I don't know everything. I don't know what's on his mind, and I don't know what he
Right.
tell Lincoln. So
That's
he
fair.
could
That's
just really
fair.
be on. Let me get this bag. I mean, we in this generation. Is this the bag generation? Everybody want the
Right.
bag. Microwave success. You know how many
Right.
young athletes make millions of dollars before they even play college? Like that basketball dude, Mikey Williams, before he just now touching the college floor, but he been making millions for years since he
Right.
been
That's
15.
true.
Right. So
That's
when you
true. I
going on
agree.
an exposure, he probably getting deals and whatnot.
Hmm.
And what I do
I
know,
agree.
these teams will give you money just to show up.
Just for coming. Just to show up. Let me ask you a question. There's been a big emphasis, right, on recruiting Cali talent,
Right.
right? So do you just stop recruiting Lone Street, or what do you do? Let me ask you a question. Let me phrase it like this: who do you make a priority, Lone Street or Juju?
Long Street.
Right. I think
Long
it should be Lone Street. I think it should be Lone Street because for one, you're going to show the local talent that hey, look, you want to get back to, recruiting them and making them a priority. You want to get back to what Pete Carroll was doing, pretty much putting up a fence around Southern California and cherry picking everybody else.
Right. Right. So it's like, and it's harder to keep the out of state kids,
Hmm.
right? Because they out of state kids, they facing pressure from at
Well,
home.
it's been harder to keep the Cali kids now too.
Would you say?
I said, well, here lately it's been hard to keep them Cali kids home. But
Because
you don't
the
skip on a
the
kid
Cali,
like a Cam Fountain if he want to come. If a kid like Cam
no,
Fountain
no,
want to
no, no,
come,
no,
and you
no.
got to get him.
I would never give up recruiting nationally. I'm just saying,
Hmm.
California kids, they gon' they gonna have more contact with me. I'm seeing them regular. They right down the street.
Right,
I'm recruiting them harder just off the location. I'm a coach. I'm recruiting. I got all this money and a kid right down the street. I'm pulling up to kids all the time. I remember Pete Carroll pulling up to the projects, Imperial
right.
Courts, watch, tapping in, and it wasn't even no prospects over there. But just in case he wanted to be tapped in with the community, it's right here, right down the street. Why I'm finna hop in a jet and fly across the country all the time when I could drive right down the street? So
Yo,
I'm a
Pete, but
recruit.
He had a pass though. Pete had a pass though, man. To be honest, man, Pete had a pass. You know, he can go into them places like that and get those kids. I don't understand right now why you got a running back out of Compton High School. And I think we talked about this last time you had a live. It may have been on somebody else's show. How how did Frazier get out of Compton High School and go down there to Georgia?
Trajan Odom.
No, Frazier, the running back.
Oh, Frazier. Oh,
Yeah.
because we gotta our coaching staff got they pipelines, right? So
Hmm.
Lincoln Riley and his coaching staff, they been down there in Oklahoma, so most of they pipelines is Texas and down south.
Right.
Lincoln Riley used to recruit Texas, Louisiana. He familiar with them, so he already got coaches he know down there. He already got relationships, so it's
Right.
easier for them to recruit that area because they from there. Even our running
Right.
back, Anthony Jones, he came from TCU. He used to recruit in
Hmm.
Texas. So you
Right.
gonna go for what you know. They still
Right. That's
building
true.
up. They still building up their connections with the California schools. So I think
Yeah.
when they first go out look for talent, they look for they pipelines. So that's
Okay,
Texas.
I got you. I got you. I got you. Well, like somebody was saying, man, we need to have somebody on staff that's used to recruiting those areas like that, man. That's stuff that right there that just cannot happen. That cannot happen.
See, this is the thing though. Lincoln Riley, he been here long enough now.
Uh-huh.
He should know by now. You feel me?
Right. Maava gonna have to start stepping up in the pocket as opposed to always running out to his right or his left, backing up another 5 or 7 yards.
Right, but it's like we get a lot of pressure up the middle.
Uh huh. Hmm.
But yeah,
So what's your assessment? So what's your assessment of him so far?
uh, yeah, I give him a C grade. I give him a
We
C
got a hell
grade.
of a punter, man. That's
He
the only bright spot on special teams this year is our punter.
man. I know. I think he the best punter in the nation. But
I believe so.
I think he gonna get better as the game go on.
Uh-huh.
I think he gonna do a little better in the second half.
I don't know. If we can't establish that run, man, it might be kind
Yeah.
of hard. Tony White for Nebraska, man, he a pretty good DC.
What you
Um,
think about him so far, though, B?
I think it was nerve. I think it's more so nerves, but I think there's definitely some more development that needs. I think he's playing a lot earlier than what Riley wanted to play him. I think that Riley, if Riley could have, he probably would have rolled him all the way to the bowl game. Because I don't think that, regardless of how Miller Moss did, I don't think that he was coming back anyway. Because again, he doesn't fit Riley's mo. He's a true pocket passing quarterback, which I think he'll do better at a school like Iowa or Michigan or something like that. Where you got that offensive line and the depth behind that offensive line in order to allow him to be a manager as opposed to being a playmaking quarterback like Riley is used to having.
Right. So I think actually though, I think my Alva, I think he gonna get loose though. For some
You
reason,
think
and it
so?
feel, even though he ain't doing that good, it still feel
Hmm.
like make a play. I can still see like he gonna pop a play to it here and there. I think we gonna get some big plays. But you're right, Tony White is a great DC. In my
Right.
Alva quarterback, so it could be tougher for us in the second half. But for some reason, I feel like he gonna get loose. I don't know. I'm watching the game for some reason. I think he gonna get it done. We gonna see though.
I know what we have to do though. We got to win two of these next three games, man. We got to make a bowl game. We have to, for one for one or for maybe two or three reasons. One, we need the extra snaps for Miami for next season. Two, we need the extra snaps for our young defensive backs and our young defensive linemen for next season, and also for recruiting. Man, don't nobody want to be home, you know, trying to recruit a kid to come to your program and you can't even make a bowl game, especially in the situation in the year that they've expanded the playoffs to 12 teams. You don't want to be sitting home and not even make a bowl game. I will say that. So we need to win two of these last three games. It's a must. It's a must.
I think we might get this one, but I thought we was gonna get I thought we was gonna get Maryland too.
We should have got Penn State. We should have got Michigan. We should have got
Uh,
Michigan. We were one tackle away from getting Michigan. That who was that? Humphreys tried to tackle that running back around his quad, and he ended up breaking that tackle, which led to that 4th-and-1 they got in. We should have got Minnesota. We should have got we should have got a lot of these teams. Really, actually, I think good tackle Cam. Cam gonna be a freshman. I mean, not a freshman All American, but he gonna before he leave SC, he gonna be an All American.
oh, most
Who's
definitely.
the flag on?
Ain't nothing stopping him. But speaking of that, we got them down right here. We need to get a sack. This is when the defense. Okay, okay, I like that. Who made that tackle? Oh, that.
Oh man.
Hey, you brought him up.
Oh man.
You might be a player ahead, but I don't know if you was talking
Yeah, I'm
about
gonna
him
play
for.
ahead, but adversary just got a hands to the face though, man, which got them out of the
Damn.
out of that. Yeah, he just got a hands to the face. Oh, he had up on the kid neck too, man. Down. You gotta let him go, man.
When we make a play, we take it away.
Yeah, we take it away. That's what I'm saying. You can't do that, man. We just got a TFL, and you just pretty much got them out of the danger zone and inside the goal line. We
Right.
was inside of the 5 yard line. Then today get a personal foul. Now they out there near the 20 yard line. We can't do stuff like that. You got to have when you mixing up like that. You got to have low hands. You can't have high hands on that defensive line like that. You got to have low hands. That way you don't come into a situation like that.
Right. But hey, let's do it again.
I don't know. So, hey man, we keep giving up plays on the outside too. Hey man, we're gonna have to make some adjustments at the half. Huh? Hold on. Yeah. No, that's yours. Yeah, like I was saying, we're gonna have to make plays on. We're not making plays on the outside. Yeah, a lot of our talent along that defense. Good back down. A lot of our talent, man, in that secondary is young. At the linebacker, at the corners. I hadn't even seen what's his name, Williams. I hadn't seen him. He my red shirt.
Marcellus,
Yeah, Marcellus my red shirt.
DB.
Yeah, because I hadn't seen him play this year. Yeah, he my red shirt.
Yep. We
Dang,
need,
man.
and Raiola look kind of shaky though too. He looks shaky too.
He coming off an injury.
Oh yeah, he is.
He coming off an injury. That's probably why they're not asking him to do too much as far as throwing the ball down the field. They're running a lot of counter plays with the running back. We can't make that. We're not making the tackle. That's what I'm saying. They get to the outside and we're not making the tackle. They running a lot of screen plays. We definitely not getting to pick. That's a good interception. Um, Jaden Smith just got a pick.
Oh, I'm gonna play behind. That's right though. I'm finna see it right now.
Oh, I
Jaden
didn't
Smith.
mean to. Yeah,
Nah,
he
it's
just got
cool.
a pick.
It's cool. Jalen Smith,
Yeah,
he get drafted. How he played this year, he gonna get drafted.
he's a. I think he got another year, didn't he?
I think
If
he
he
a
wants to
senior.
come back, I thought he was a redshirt junior.
Let me see.
He
I'll
might
go
be.
to the.
That was a hell of a
I'll go
play.
to the. Let me see. Yeah, we needed that because I want to put up some more points before the half. This is another game that seemed like it's gonna go down to the wire. So we need
Right,
everything. You know what I'm saying? We need to
right.
execute and put some forth. That's momentum. A good team gonna take advantage
I
of
agree.
turnovers. You feel me? You got turnovers to points. So this got to be points is a must. Offensive line, don't mess up. Don't get no false starts. Don't
Yeah,
give up
but we
no
keep
tackle for
we
losses.
starting off behind the sticks though because we just got a TFL on Branch. That's not working, man. They know anytime he come in motion, they really keying in on him. You got to more so use Branch like a decoy to get the linebackers out of the middle of the field, and then bring a receiver like Jay Fair, across on a drag right across the middle, right behind him. You can't keep doing this to Zach because he's not getting any positive plays.
Yeah, Riley, he'll ought to use Branch. I guess he is not big. He used him better last year.
Well, people didn't know about him last year. And it's the same thing that happened with Moss. Moss had a good bowl game. He had a good bowl game, and he had a good game against LSU. But now you got film on him. You know what I'm saying? Now you got film on him, and once they get film on him, they start designing. They start designing plays for him. They start
But you still should be able to get something. He don't be getting nothing like when he do creative stuff. Like it be almost
mhm.
tackle for losses most of the time. I see, you know what I'm saying? He ain't breaking every play because the defense ready for him, but you got to be able to get some. Like we don't
See,
be
that was a
getting
wasted
none when he try to
possession,
get.
man. That was a waste of possession right here. That was a waste of a turnover.
Man, and I just was saying that we got to take advantage. Winning teams gonna take advantage of that. We should at least got a field goal.
Well, we didn't even run the ball on that possession.
Classic Riley. Classic
We
Riley.
knew.
You supposed to definitely run the ball because it's supposed to be like, okay, if we don't get a touchdown, if we don't score, we ain't finna leave y'all with that much time. Now they got enough time to go down and score before half, and they get the ball back at half after the
Right,
half.
right. That's true. Yeah, but I think Jacoby might be in the doghouse.
That's messed up. Then we gonna lose him then. He a
I don't know
transfer
if he'll
too,
lose
like
him. I don't know if we'll lose him. I think Branch would leave before Jacoby would.
you think so?
Um, yeah, I think Branch would leave before Jacoby would because we hadn't been able to give him the ball, man. Again, I think it's because teams are now scheming for him now, as opposed to last year when they didn't know about him. He was a freshman sensation, right? So you really didn't have the time to scheme up for him. Well, now you got a year worth of tape, and you know the tendencies of Riley. So when he come in motion, everybody gonna slack down that way. But that's why I say, when he come in motion, linebacker slack down, or either safety cover, umbrella over and roll over to cover that side, and then bring one of your speed receivers right behind that flow, right behind it, or either run a whoop route on the opposite side.
Right. You think we could get a 3-and-out?
I hope so. We got all of his timeouts left. If he can get, it's at the 2 minute warning. If he can get a 3-and-out, we got time to come down and he do some things. One thing I think is going to happen is because we are getting that pressure off the ends, it's going to have to be a draw play, a quarterback draw play, to where they drop 7 back in the coverage, 6 or 7 back in the coverage. You send your receivers vertical, and Miava use that speed, use those wheels, man, and get down the field for about 15, 20 yards to slow down that pass rush on the outside. And then you got more time to get your pass play off to let those long routes develop. But we're gonna have to make some adjustments. Again, I'm proud of the defense because so far they've only given up 7 points, despite the score being 14-14. They've only given up 7 points.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Red Fox said the run is there. They trying to get Mayava to settle. See, you get Mayava settled in easy when you running the ball, though. I want Mayava to be able to have play action, throw the ball against 8 in the box because we running so much, right? He a young
Hmm.
quarterback. So we don't want him taking
Right.
too many snaps where he going against 8 dudes in coverage, 3-4 rushing it. They got 7 to 8 back there in coverage. We want them
Right.
thinking
Right.
about the creeping up. We want them creeping up on the line of scrimmage so he can go deep. But we kind of showed our hand though a little bit because the first 2 plays we went deep with him. Like on the first play, we tried to go deep. So it's a cat and
Well, I
mouse
think he
game. But
was.
I feel
Yeah, I agree with that. But also, you want to get Maava into a rhythm. You want to get Maava
right.
into a rhythm. And the only way you
That's
can get
true.
into a rhythm is by hitting your receivers. He already didn't have that chemistry because he hadn't played with them all season long. And he came in on a bye week, so he got some extra reps in practice. But that's not like live fire. Live fire is totally different. It's totally different than a practice, where hey, you can't really touch the quarterback, or you only call certain defensive coverages in practice, or you don't really bring that heat off the ends. That's different.
Right. All right.
Yeah. So
I'm
we'll see
saying
what
3 and-out.
happens. What's
Jamie said
that?
my Ava throwing now I'm reading comments. Jamie said my Ava throwing the ball make him nervous. You ain't used to it.
Well,
Right, because
well,
he
well,
do that
Moss
motherfucker.
throwing. every time Moss dropped back, it made me nervous. Every time Moss dropped back, I got nervous. So hey, he can't do much worse. He can't do much worse than what we had. This is no knock on him. This is no we just wait make the tackle. Yeah, they falling forward. This is no knock on him, but again, like I said before, we were trying to fit a square peg into a round hole with Moss, man. We were very limited. We were very limited on what we could do uh, out of Lincoln Riley's playbook on the offensive side of the ball. We were very limited, and with no threat of the quarterback taking out running, the defensive ends could just pin their ears back, and you could drop 8 at the snap of the ball And even though you was taking that give up the, up the one of the up the middle or up the gap, they knew that it was no threat of Moss running that ball. They knew it was no threat of him running the ball.
Yeah. So the defense got to be more honest with my but they can't commit as much.
Well, it's like playing 10 on 11. When you don't have to worry about Moss, it's like playing 10 on 11.
Exactly. He ain't got to be accounted for.
Right. Well, see, now it's like playing 11 on 11. And if you play zone, or even if you play man, and the receivers go deep with the wheels that Miami has, he can hurt you. He can hurt you.
I think we need to run more 12 personnel.
2 tight ends.
Yeah.
Well, we just got a sack. Elijah Newby just got a sack.
The freshman?
Yeah, the defensive lineman. See, that's why I said this is kind of like a gift and a curse, man. Because had we been still, had we had, a full arsenal with everybody healthy, we might have had a better record. But we would have had a better record with a bunch of seniors. Though those young players, the freshmen and the redshirt freshmen, wouldn't be getting no burn. So when it came time to next year, even with a more manageable schedule, we're still green because they ain't getting no snaps. Well, in a situation like this, man, they've been pretty much playing since since the Wisconsin game. A lot of those freshmen have been playing since the Wisconsin game. In the secondary, along the defensive line, Cam Fountain would have never got in had we had Bear, had Lucas, and Shelby all been healthy. He wouldn't have seen this much playing time. Could you imagine him and Shelby next year? One on one end and one on the other, but you got an experienced sophomore and a well seasoned, junior, and then we get Lucas back along with Gentry, the length and the size. That's what I'm saying, man. I think this is invaluable right here.
We just gonna need some depth behind him. I think to
That's
tell you the
it.
truth, I think Elijah Hughes should have been playing from jump.
Yeah. Well,
No, I like young talent. I like all our young talent. I can't lie. I just think we're gonna need depth. Like even the dudes that ain't playing, like Braylon Conley, I feel like he's gonna be a beast.
Jesus,
you feel me?
Man, we can't get out. We can't get out of our own way, man. We just got to hold the penalty. We can't get out of our own way, man. These penalties, man. Jesus, we had good field. We got good field position, and now Makai Lemon get a holding penalty on the punt. Jesus, man, we kill ourselves.
But Makai used to them letting that shit go. Look what they did to him against Michigan on special teams. That's what I don't like about the big refs. You be watching the game and you'll feel like, okay, the refs letting them play. Then you'll see a bullshit ticky-tack call. As a player, I would hate that. Like, you been letting me get away with this all game, but in a crucial moment, you want to call it? That's like some professional rig the game type red Las Vegas shit. Like, you let these kids think they could play, so when you want to affect the game and make a crucial play, you got a flag you could call because you've been letting them hold all game, chop block, and do all this. That's what I hate. Like, let it be like that all game. If they gonna hold, I don't want to see no holding penalties then on nobody. Don't let 100 holdings. You know what I'm saying? Don't let 100 holdings get away, and then you want to call one of them. Right?
That's we got like another penalty.
Damn,
Zach just got a
self-destruction.
penalty. Zach just got a
Self
penalty. We're not.
self-destruction. We can't stay in prosperity. We be in a position to take over games, take control, and we self-destruct. That's why I say
Mm-hmm,
teams is playing like that, you know they put that on the culture.
mm-hmm.
You ain't disciplined,
We just
let
got
go.
another penalty to well, we backed up. We backed up inside the red zone. Now we got 5 penalties for 70 yards in the first half of the game. 5 penalties for 70 yards.
All right, so we lucky it's a tie game then.
Yeah, but like you said, Nebraska get the ball in the second half, and you got a quarterback that could use all the help he can get. Don't hurt him with these penalties. You know, you hurt them. You
They
hurt them with
shouldn't have
these
called
penalties.
that
Why are
on
you
Zach
doing it?
though. They shouldn't have called that
But
on Zach.
again,
They should have
again,
called it.
again, again, we the new kids on the block, man. We gonna get that. We the new kids on the block. So to whereas you remember how physical, especially at the end of the game when the refs was let Penn State be with the DBs be with the receivers at the end of the
Yeah.
game when they were real physical. They let them do that because they've been in the league. They one of the flagship programs in the league. Well, again, we one of the new kids on the block. They're not gonna give us anything, not even at the crib, not even at the house.
Damn.
Good
And then when
run.
you do that, okay, that take
That
away
was a
the
good
aggression
run.
of the team. No,
Oh
that could
man,
take
Woody
away your
hurt.
whole swag. He hurt.
Woody Moss hurt. Yeah, Woody
Oh,
Moss
what?
hurt, man. He probably got a roll ankle.
Yeah,
He
like he
probably
hold
got a
his right
roll
ankle
ankle.
up.
But he just had a hell of a run, man. A good
If
run,
you
good
give Woody
blocking.
Marks a hole, he gonna bust. If you
Yeah,
give
but
Woody
somebody,
Marks a hole,
the dude who tackled him, man, the dude who tackled him rolled up on his ankle though.
yeah, he can't even
He
get
rolled
up.
up on his ankle. They landed on his ankle. But see now, oh man, if he out, man, that's gonna be bad. If he out, that's gonna be
You got
bad.
Quinn.
Yeah, but Quinn is not he's not the back that Woody Marks is though. It looks like it's more so like a
I
sprain. It might be just a sprain, man. That's good. He walking off under his own energy. Um, but Woody, man, listen, Woody, and I know we had Travis Dodd. I know we had Marshawn Lord, but Woody has been the most complete back that we've had since Buck Allen. And this is no disrespect to Rojo. This is no disrespect to Carr or none of the running backs. But this kid right here, I don't know what Mississippi State was doing with this kid. They misused him. This kid should easily uh, be, I would say, top 15 drafted this year, easily. But I don't think that he has enough key matchup games to where the league saw him get off like that. It might be different, and John ain't get there.
the scouts see though. Best believe the scouts see though. Like the
Hmm.
scouts even be at your practice,
Right.
right? How you think Matt Castle got drafted back in the day? He didn't even start at SC because the
Yeah, that's
scouts they be
true.
coming to the practice. So the
Yeah,
scouts
but
gonna
Matt,
find you. Like,
I think had Matt Castle been playing instead of Matt Lala, he would have been first round. You have to remember, Matt Castle didn't get paid until after he showed up in one of those games. A quarterback went down. I forgot who was. I think he was playing with New England. One of the quarterbacks went down, and he ended up getting that contract with Buffalo. I want to say it was with Buffalo. Buffalo, maybe it was the reverse. Kansas City, one of the two. But had he not been behind Lana, I think he would have been first round easy because he had a longer career in the NFL than Matt Lana had.
oh yeah, you heard what Jaywalk said. I don't know if you was there. When
Uh
we was
huh.
on USCJ channel, he was saying that they used to get mad at Matt Castle because he used to run like he was a dual. He really was like a dual threat.
Right.
And Norm Chadman wanted him to stay in the pocket.
Right. Man, we got a
But the
hell of a
NFL
punter.
scouts was at the practice and they were seeing that. Oh yeah, our punter going to the NFL, but just like
Is he a
Fred,
senior?
just like
Is he
Fred
a
said,
senior? Is the punter a senior?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think he came from Australia or something. I think this like I don't know.
Yeah, but we shot ourselves in the foot. These last two drives that we've had, man, been a waste. The one with the pick and the one right here where the defense got to stop. Like I said, a lot of people, and I heard Coach on what is that? LAF, LASC, LABF, LA. I think
LAFB.
it. Yeah, he said that he don't think that Lynn doing a good job, or he been putting up some stuff online, but I mean on X on Twitter. But I'm like, man, look, Lynn, and this is for this to be his first year, and with SC, he's done a hell of a job, man. I mean, a hell of a job with this defense. Again, normally last year we had to score 30 points in the first half just to tread water with the other defenses. This year, like in this game right here, he's only given up 7 points. He's only given up seven
Yeah,
points, man.
I like the overall job Lynn doing, man. It's just that his defense need a pass rush. That's when we
We
really
don't.
gonna see his scheme shine. So right now you
Mm-hmm.
see a lot of weaknesses. Weaknesses like we kind of like weak when it comes to covering running backs out the backfield in the flats. We give up a lot of cushion with the DBs. You can dink and
Right,
dunk us. But see,
right.
that changed when you got a pass rush, right?
Yeah, it
So
does.
now
It does.
as a D
And that's tough.
yeah, as a
And you might be
DB,
right. You might be right, Carter. That's maybe why he's playing so passive on the outside because we don't have that pass rush that he had against he had with UCLA in line two. Maybe that's why he playing so that's why he playing so passive on the outside.
yeah, because the quarterback gonna have more time to throw. Your DB got to cover longer. So what he trying to do with the DBs is just make them keep the ball in front of them and come down and make the tackle. And then what he trying to do is force the offense to keep on executing, and hopefully they make a mistake and somebody eventually get to the quarterback, but then they don't. Because on defense, when you think about it, one sack could end a whole drive. So the defense, you could give up 6-7 plays, the offense churning, and you could get a sack, 10-yard loss, and next thing you know, they punting. So on defense, you only got to win once. But we can't even win that one time because we ain't got a pass rush. So that's what Deion Lynn's system is. Don't give up no big plays. Hold them until we make a play, until our pass rush get there. But we ain't got no pass rusher, so it's like a bend but don't break kind of defense. So we don't give up too many points, but we still be having long drives, though. We still will let the other team possess the ball a little bit.
What happened to my man Muhammad? Man, Muhammad was he was pretty decent last year. You know what I'm talking about, the linebacker.
I ain't even gonna lie. When Muhammad came from Georgia State, I thought he was a linebacker. I always thought he should be a linebacker, not a rush edge. He
You think
what
so?
6'2", 250. Yeah. I mean, I know so. I
Uh-huh.
look now, like he can't even he's not excelling. I feel like he
Right.
better off chasing running backs and running people down in the open field than getting to the quarterback. I feel like
See,
he should be
last
like
year,
an outside
last year
linebacker.
was the reverse though. It was Mason Cobb that didn't look good, but now Mason Cobb looking good. He looking good at linebacker. So it might be the size. If you look at the players that downtown land is recruiting, he didn't recruit Muhammad to SC, but he got a player like a Braylon Shelby. He got a player like a Cam Fountain. They went and got Anthony Lucas at the portal. Those kids are 6'5", 6'6", 255, 260, breathing down the quarterback neck. It's just that they're gonna have to you're gonna have to start getting better and better at getting home to the quarterback. Like you said, I agree with you. For some reason, man, we cannot get to the quarterback. Even when the scheme is there. It's like we getting there a hair too late. We're not really getting to the quarterback.
Or and then when we do get there, we don't break down. A quarterback be escaping.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
Right.
Maava, he got Maava got a 132 quarterback rating right now. He 15 for 23. I feel like that 23 pass is too much. Logan
Mm-hmm.
saying we
You
just
think so?
wanted them to run the ball. We just want balance.
Right. Right. Well,
But his
once he
numbers
get
look
over the
good.
jitters, like he threw that pick six, and again, no, that's due to not playing, in the system all year long. He just been practicing, and even though the change came 3 or 4 games too late, I think it was right on time because it came at a time for one we at home, but two he had to worry about the crowd noise, but for three it gave him an extra week to prepare. It gave him an extra week to get accustomed to the receiver. So I think it was right on time. But there's nothing like that live fire when you got the bullets going over your head. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like that. So you can practice all you want, but until you got a pass rush to where the DC is not going to be pulling up once they get to you. They come in with bad intentions. It's totally different. But I would like to see him step up in that pocket, either maybe even take out running, and which Riley might have him to do it, in the second half. Riley Riley does a good job with second half adjustments, and he might do it in the second half to where he have Marava step up and take out running to slow down that pass rush. Once you get that pass rush slowed down, you can pretty much operate the way you want to operate.
Exactly. Brady Marks got 8 attempts. He got eight
He got what
attempts.
now?
Um, Woody Marks had 8 rushing attempts. He got 8 rushing attempts for
Hmm.
55 yards.
Right.
He averages 6.9 carry.
How
So
many
me
rushing
just
attempts
looking
does
at the stats,
Jonah
he
have?
gives him the ball.
How
I'm
many
about to look
attempts
right
does Jonah
now. Let
have?
me see. I'm looking right now. I'm about to see. I'm pulling it up.
Okay.
Um, Junior got 5 attempts.
So what's that? 13
So
total.
that's 13. Yeah, that's 13 total to
13 and
23
23.
passes. Would you say?
You said 13 and 23.
Yeah, well, that's what the two backs got. I don't know. Brian Jackson, he ain't got no carries, huh? And I think Maava ran it once. I seen a design run where he ran it. So I think it's like 14 rushes to 23 passes.
Oh no, Nebraska got a pretty big defensive line. He might be doing it to wear him down, pass them so they can keep pass rushing and wear them down. And then maybe in the when it comes time to the fourth quarter, really run that ball. It could be a number of things. I don't know, but um, I think a lot of people got caught up in the Miller Moss hype, which it has some legitimacy to it when you look back at the bowl game, especially when you look back, you know, um, against the game in the game against LSU at the beginning of the season. You got to remember, we were the only team playing that day. That was on a Sunday, right? We were the only team playing that
Mm-hmm.
day. So for him to put on that performance the way he did, he made a couple of good throws, even though he wasn't as efficient. He made the throws when the throws need to be made, and the receivers made the catches when
Yeah.
they need to be made. I think what happened was that bought him enough time. I think that bought him enough time to um, to you know stay stay on the field as opposed to maybe Riley making that switch earlier than it happened, and then the bye week is what saved him to be from being pulled earlier than what it happened. The bye week being so late in the season. Remember, because the first bye week came after the second game.
Right. And see, look, this was killing me though. Like, so we should be up this game. I'm looking at the stats. We got more first downs, 12 to they 9. We got more total yards. We got 216 yards to the 838. Let me see. We even got more rushing yards. We got more rushing yards, passing yards. We got more penalties. The turnovers
Right.
even, and we got the time of possession like 3 minutes. Like we should be up. Like
So what's the difference
that's
in the
what these
game
penalties
then?
do. This is the self-destruction. These penalties. That 5 for 70
Yeah, the penalties and that turnover. Because you got to remember
and that
the
turnover.
turnover that they got, it was turned into points. Ours wasn't. Their turnover was a pick
Exactly.
six. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So the defense is doing their job. The defense doing their job. They're
Yeah.
playing they're doing a heck of a job. It's just that Maiava got to get used to being in his system right now. Well, he not used to being in his system. He got to get used to playing. He got to get acclimated to playing. He got to get acclimated to that live fire. But we'll see what happens in the second half. But I really think that Maiava should have been inserted into this as the starter after that Minnesota loss, which was the second loss.
Somebody said Nebraska should have 3 interceptions. You seen 2 other picks out there? Did they drop some picks I missed?
Um, Not that I can see, not that I
I
remember.
just I don't know what he talking about.
Oh,
Mine's still up.
what you? Um, I know you said that we should rather should recruit two quarterbacks, and I agree with you. But by us
Okay.
not taking one in 2024, I can see Riley potentially, even though whether we get Lewis or whether we get Longstreet, which I think we definitely should go after Longstreet, the local talent. I can see Riley still taking another quarterback out of the portal.
Look, this game is a prime example, right? This game in
Hmm.
this game is Dylan Raiola. He supposed to came to SC, but he flipped on us, went to Nebraska where his family at, and we was left without a quarterback. So we had to grab my Ava. We had
Right,
to go to the portal, right? And then
right.
Malachi Nelson left. So look at that.
That,
Malachi,
that's what really hurt us when Malachi left. I really didn't expect for Raul to come simply because when I found out that he had an uncle that coached the offensive line at Nebraska, I was like, nah, that kid ain't coming. That's where he going. He going to Nebraska.
yeah.
So I didn't expect for Raul to come. Now, what Riley didn't expect was for Malachi to leave, and he went to Boise State, and he ain't even playing over there. So I don't understand a lot of these guys, man. At the QB position, I understand, you're trying to get your bag, but if I'm looking to be developed, I want to go to a coach that got the results. And right now, Riley has the results, man. He got four quarterbacks that started in the NFL right now. Three of them was number one picks, and three of them won Heisman's. If I'm a top quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else but wherever Riley is.
And look,
And
that's
right
more.
now, there's in LA.
Look, that's more to the point though. You leaking freaking Riley, right? You should be able
Right.
to recruit 2, 3 quarterbacks a class because you that dude. They supposed to be lining up wanting to play for you. Lincoln Riley
Uh-huh.
turned away more quarterbacks than he recruits. He turned away Bryce
Hmm.
Underwood. That dude, the truth. He got
Hmm.
colleges offering him 10 million to play, right?
Right.
Miller
Right.
Moss had that. Miller Moss had that bowl game and threw 6 touchdowns, and we let Cam Ward go.
Hmm. That's why I
I don't think
think, from
Cam
what I
Ward was
understand,
scared. I don't think Cam Ward was scared to come compete against Miller Moss,
no,
right?
I don't.
I think
I
Lincoln
heard that's why Will Howard didn't come though, because
maybe that's
of
maybe
yeah.
maybe that's why Will Howard didn't come. But
Right.
I ain't even talking about him. I'm talking about Cam Ward. Cam
Okay.
Ward like USC, like he was bigging up. Like every time he talked about SC, he gave SC props. He said SC like that was one of the toughest environments he played on.
Right.
He one of them players that respected SC. So if we would have recruited him hard and threw the bag at him, we could have got him. I felt like Lincoln Riley be on that one quarterback train. So he seen the Moss throw that 6, and was cool on the rest of the quarterback. Stop recruiting them hard. I mean, that's what I feel.
Well, to be fair, it kind of fooled everybody. It fooled me. You know what I'm saying? When he threw them 6 touchdowns, it
I
kind
ain't
of
gonna,
fooled me.
I ain't gonna lie. I still wanted us to get Cam Moore. It made me say, okay, Miller Moss can ball, but
Uh
even
huh.
after that, I still was wanting us to get Cam Moore because I know what that dual threat will do,
Yeah,
and I
well,
know
that's kind of a hard sell though, man. If I'm in the off season, like Cam Ward was, like Will Howard, and I'm looking for landing spots. Of course, you don't consider Los Angeles. You don't consider Lincoln Riley. But if I'm watching the TV and I'm watching the bowl game, and I see this cat those 6 touchdowns, I'm like, well, he got the spot. Let me go down here to Miami, and they offering a bag too, or let me go to Ohio State, and they offering a bag too. Let me
check it.
go over here, wide, huh?
I feel you, but check it. You might be thinking that watching the game, right? But if
Right.
Lincoln Riley calling you and be like, fuck that, I still want you though. You gonna be like, okay. We ain't just letting that
Yeah.
one game. Like it was a bowl game, and
Uh
Louisville
huh.
was a decent team, but it's levels to this.
Right.
It's one thing throwing
Right.
6 minutes down to Louisville in a bowl game that didn't matter, that didn't mean nothing.
Right.
Then doing that against some real competition. Cam Ward then
Hmm.
fought out against way better competition than that. So if we
Hmm.
don't want to be prisoner of the moment, and we
Right.
that's why I say Riley ain't ready to run a program. See, when you run a program, you can't be prisoner of the moment. And then you got to think about it. A lot of his touchdown passes was bad throws that we just made. The receivers made great plays.
I agree. I agree.
I say like two of them was like, okay, that's a dot. Okay, like that one he threw the Kyron in between traffic. Like, okay,
Uh
that was
huh.
him.
The
But
one
like,
he threw the deuce was a dot.
yeah, he had
Yeah.
two
Yeah.
he had
Yeah.
two dimes. But
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
four of them where it was this jump ball. Let me see what my dude do.
Right.
So you got
That's
I
true.
was more impressed with our receivers that game. I was came out that
Okay.
game more like, oh, our receivers, we got some monsters. I felt like
Right.
Miller. This how I felt after that game. I still want Cam, but if we got to rock with Miller, I'm cool. I'm cool with that too because he looked nice too. But
Hmm.
I'm being honest, I still wanted Cam. I just felt like if we don't get him, Miller Moss is a nice concession prize. How he was looking that game, you feel me?
Right.
I
Right.
ain't
Right. Right.
I ain't gonna front and say I didn't think he didn't look good, and I wasn't hyped up. I was like, oh, okay. So even if Will Howard, because that was around the time Will Howard, he was flip flopping a little bit. We didn't know
Hmm.
where he was going.
Let me ask you a question. What do you think? How did you feel, or how did you view him most after the Penn State? I mean, not after Penn State, after the LSU win. How did you view him then?
I viewed it. I was thinking like I felt like he was clutch
Hmm.
because he did have that game winning drive. I felt like he was a gamer. I felt like okay, he played with heart. See, that's the problem.
Right.
Like we seen it. Miller Moss degressed.
Right.
He did the exact opposite. That game, he made the throws when it mattered. You feel me?
Right.
He didn't light it up. He didn't throw 6 touchdowns. I think he only had what, one touchdown pass?
Yeah. Yeah. To Jacoby, because
Yeah, but
Woody Marks had two. Woody Marks had two on the ground.
yeah. So I felt like he made the plays when it counted in the clutch, like that dime he threw to Kyron Ware Hudson between
Hmm.
that cover two. Like
Right.
I think he had a fourth down conversion when he threw one too.
Yeah. Yeah. He
So
did.
sports it's about when you do your work too. Like the
Right.
timing
Right.
on me, that's everything. Like you
I
could throw
agree.
for 3 touchdowns, but if you ain't throwing them when we gotta have them, it don't matter.
I agree.
In that
That
game,
game, you know what the game showed me, Carter? That game showed me that LSU game. It showed me that Woody should have been the man. That's what
yeah,
that game showed me. Woody
because
Marks,
he actually had
yeah,
the game with a touchdown. Yeah, touchdown run.
Woody Marks got active that game. He got real active that game. Even in that Penn State game, we playing it at the house, man. I'm like, man, this kid right here is for real. He's for real.
But our offensive line is inconsistent. Just like Logan was saying in the comments, that's why he against us running so much because we'll have a good run, and then we'll lose 4 or 5 yards. and then the rest of the downs we got to pass. Now the defense know we got to pass. That be hurting us. So I be running to pound it too. But the more we pound it, like this offensive line, all right, look, it seems like they giving up a tackle for loss like at least every 5 runs. Like if we run it 5 times, one of them going to be a tackle for loss. And that tackle for loss could kill the whole drive because now we behind the sticks and they know we want to pass. So now they dropping 8 and 7 in coverage.
Right.
So when I think about the more I think about this season, it's the inconsistency on our offensive line. Like we stopped letting them this murder our quarterback, but we still inconsistent in the run game, and we say and then if they not giving up tackle for losses, they getting false starts, they getting holds.
Let me ask you a question. What would you focus on in the off season? Would you, as far as from a recruit standpoint, would it
All
be the
trench,
trenches? Would it be all trench players?
all trench. You can
Defensive
find
line and offensive line.
both.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what I'm
spending
saying.
all
Both
my
of them.
money. I'm spending all my money on offense. You could find skilled players a dime a dozen, right?
Right.
Now check this. If I got an offensive line, right, they dominant. I can have a 3-star running back behind that, and he's still gonna get 4 or 5 yards because that line dominant, right?
That's true. That's true. That's
So
true.
I'm focusing on the trenches because then your skilled players they ain't got to be that great if you great in the trenches.
So would you get you a? I think we definitely need to get a center. We need to get a center. We need to get a right tackle and a left guard. The rest need to be defensive tackles and nose tackle.
Look, I'm spending $20 million on 5 offensive linemen and 5 defensive linemen. I want 3.
Damn, that's the whole bag, Carter.
Hey, because look, the skill positions, I feel like we good. We could run it back. We could run it back. Look, think about it. We could run it back
The skill
without
positions, they old though. They'll be juniors next year though.
who?
All our skill positions will be juniors next year on the outside.
I know, right? But look, we still got if we keep our receivers with this class, we still got a nice receiving class coming in. If Corey stay, and we saying if, but we got Corey Sims still. We got Tanuk Hines,
Right.
Earl Ison, and somebody else I'm forgetting.
The kid that's out of Utah.
Jerome Miles.
Yeah. So you think all of them gonna stick? You think all of them gonna stick?
I don't know. I think Corey Sims. I don't know. I think they're gonna stick as long as we got a quarterback. Like I think they'll even stick if Juju decommitted, but we got Husan. These kids just want to come in with a quarterback they know they're gonna have playing with them in their tenure and their timeline. You feel me?
Right. See,
So
that's why I say it's important to get Juju, not Juju, but Husan. I think it's important to get Husan. I think he'll be the spearhead. He'll be the spearhead of getting Cali back into the fold. I think Cali has enough skilled players and, like you said, running backs to lean forward and get you what you need. I think the trench players definitely need to come out of the South, and out of Texas, and out of Georgia and Florida. The trenches.
yep. And with the skill players, now if you a Travis Hunter level type skill player or Jeremiah Smith, like what I'm saying at Ohio State, yeah,
Right.
I'm gonna drop a bag on you if you that. I'm only dropping bags on the 5-star skilled players. You gotta be, you can't miss. Like you gotta be like, I know you gonna ball, guaranteed. Like a Jerome Miles.
Right.
Like
I agree.
if that kid stay healthy, he guaranteed the ball.
I agree.
But I'm spending 80% of the NIL bag on the trenches.
Through the portal and at the high school ranks?
Especially through the portal, especially on the defensive line. Right?
Okay.
I'm talking about half and half. Out them 10 trenchmen, I want half of them to be from the portal because I feel like we gonna need experience.
Right, I agree.
We got to. I'm telling you, because I'm just looking at this year. And I'm in the offensive line, bro. We might be undefeated in this thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Think about it.
I
We
agree.
definitely would have won that Michigan game.
Oh yeah,
That's a
most
game where the
definitely.
offense really taking a beating, and our offensive line really was getting whooped. And then I feel
We
like we
would have
would have
won.
won
We would have won at Penn State. We would have beat it. We would have won that Penn State game. We had
six
the
foot.
last possession.
Exactly. Exactly. And another reason I'm gonna focus it on the trenches because if you ain't like a 5-star defensive end or a 5-star offensive tackle, they
Hmm.
ain't getting as much money as the quarterbacks or the 5-star wide receivers and DBs, right? Like, so I'm
Right.
talking about like the centers, the guards, the 4-star defensive tackles. They ain't getting the bag like that. So you offer them the bag, you got the ups. If you offer them
Right.
a quarterback type bag or DB type bag, they gonna hop on it. I would get a trenchman
Hmm.
the quarterback and DB type bags. You feel me?
Yeah, I got you. I
And
got you.
just keep and all the skill players that we got committed now, just keep them. I'm gonna give them a bag too because they already committed. They being down, right? So all the skill
Hmm.
players we got now, I'm a reimburse them. They're gonna get another stimulus right now because all these players
Hey,
need.
Nebraska moving the ball, man. They moving the ball like crazy.
Okay, you know Shamar Arnold decommitted too.
Yeah, I saw that, but again, he's out of Georgia, man. And did you see what the kid from Cali, Brandon Lockhart, said? On X, he was like, "Okay, bye."
Exactly. And kids
There's
like
one
that,
less kid, right?
I would have sent him a stimulus just for staying down like that. He would have got a deposit of 50,000.
And that's why I say you probably come out better going out to Long Street than you would Lewis, man. Lewis, I just don't trust that with Lewis. I really don't trust that. Get home, man. Get home. Yeah, I really don't trust that. That's why I say you need to go out to Long Street. At least those Cali kids will be more loyal to the soil, man. Especially if you're coming with a bag, as opposed to Lewis, who's been on like 6 or 7 trips since he committed to Raleigh, man. Especially this season, man. He's been more games in Boulder than he has been in LA in the last over this past season. He's been at least 4 or 5 trips to Boulder.
Now, I feel you, BG. I'll be all in on Long Street too. I was just saying I wouldn't make Juju decommit though. That's all I was saying. But yeah,
I
right
would stop calling.
now.
I would stop calling.
Oh,
Because guess what? Again, like I said, you know where he is right now? He's in Athens right now on another trip. He's in Athens, man. Why would you keep taking a chance on that? He's been in Boulder 5 times. He's in Athens. Why would you keep taking a chance on that? And again, he's not from the soil.
yeah. Nah, I feel you. But I think before we'll do that, we'll have to get some type of assurance from Longstreet because we need a
Oh yeah.
quarterback class because we didn't take one last year.
Oh yeah, you definitely need one. That's why I say you need to get one. You need to get Longstreet and get one out of the portal. But I definitely would not be recruiting Lewis anymore. And again, this is no knock on him because of his talent. I think he's one of the best high school quarterbacks in the nation. Is because of he's too shaky, man. He's too shaky. And again, he's not from California, man. He's from Georgia. So
Joe Boyd
there's no.
Joe Boyd said Gerard Martinez said Longstreet not coming here. He's going to stay at Texas A&M. That's is Gerard Martinez said. So maybe that's
Well, that I mean
reports
that's
though.
an opinion, huh?
I'm hearing conflicting reports though.
Yeah, because from what I heard that he really interested. That's why he was on the campus on this past Tuesday because he's really interested. So, especially and from what I understand, his folks, his dad love SC. He just wasn't recruited by Raleigh man until late in the process. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So I can understand that kid having second thoughts, but if you show me that you're going inside, if you that's incomplete. If you show me that if you show me that, hey, look, you coming, hey, look, If you show me that that Lewis not coming, hey, look, I'm staying at the crib. But I'm not coming there. I know Lewis coming because that's really who I know. I know that's who you really wanted first.
I know, and that might just stop him from coming at all. Like I'm your second prize.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But you got to look at it from a business perspective. Are they offering a bag? Yeah, he ain't have it. No, he ain't have that. Are they offering a bag? Check. Can Riley get me to the NFL? Check. Could he potentially get me a Heisman Trophy? Check. Will I be playing at home in front of my folks? Check. What else do you need to? What else you need to hear? Put your feelings aside. What else do you need to hear?
I know, but I'm telling you, like I know a lot of prospects. You know what I'm saying? And the common thing they be telling me, bro, is that they gonna go where they feel the most love at. Like if all things equal, pretty much, they gonna go
Mm-hmm.
where they feel the most love at. Whoever pumping their head up, whoever showing them the most love.
Mm-hmm. And
So
that could be the case. But again, if I'm looking at getting developed, if I'm looking at going in the first round of the NFL, if I'm looking at possibly winning a Heisman, which is going to bring you an even bigger bag, what other place do you need to look besides Lincoln Riley? All you got to do is turn on your TV tomorrow and watch 4 games and see 4 of his starters. I mean, that's why I understand why Juju keep going on these other trips. And he's entitled to go on 100, but I think Lincoln Riley is taking the wrong approach with Juju. Juju need to be blowing up his phone. These recruits need to be blowing up his phones, not the other way around.
right, and
He
I
don't need to
feel
be chasing them
you,
behind his kid.
Juju. What I don't like it's a lot of red flags with him. Like especially if I want
Uh-huh.
somebody quarterback. So you the
Hmm.
quarterback, you supposed to be actually recruiting for USC if you really down for
Right.
it. Instead of
Right.
making it seem like you finna go somewhere else, right?
Well, I agree with you. He should be recruiting. He should be recruiting the top receivers. He should be recruiting the top offensive lineman. He should be recruiting the top running back. Hey, look, man, this is where I'm going. But that's just the thing. If you ask me, if I wasn't an SC fan, and you asked me to take a look at it and ask who I think has a shot, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Colorado because he's shown me that that's where he potentially wants to be, and I know he has a clear path to starting with Colorado. I'm sure Prime has told him, "Hey, look, Shador is leaving, and I'm going to turn the keys over to you," which is a good recruiting pitch. But if it came down to it, like you said, I can get a bag with both. I could possibly start with both. Well, how do I make my choice? Well, who has the better results? Is it Prime? If it's just about money and starting, go to Colorado. If it's about development, money, potentially, increasing your net worth because you'll be in the LA media market. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go
Mm.
with the guy who has four starting quarterbacks in the NFL. Prime has not put a starting quarterback in the NFL. As a matter of fact, the only quarterback he's ever coached is his son.
So that
Not
so that
saying
make
that's
me
it.
so that
Yeah.
make me think, right?
Uh
Where
huh.
your where your if you a quarterback, where your mind at then? Like, do you even got the right mentality that I want? If you would
Right.
be look, I've been following Juju recruitment for a while because Lincoln Riley been recruiting him for like 2-3 years. And
Right.
remember, like he didn't even supposed to come out this class. He really supposed to be class 26,
Right.
right? And the
Right.
whole time, and when I always talk to his father, it's all been about Lincoln Riley. Lincoln Riley. See,
Hmm.
Juju is committed to Lincoln Riley, not USC.
Right.
His father always said he felt like Lincoln Riley is the best quarterback developer. So I want my son with the best quarterback developer. So my question
Right.
is, what changed? Y'all feel like all that was a fluke now? Like y'all feel like Lincoln Riley ain't the quarterback developer? Now I can see if you had committed to SC in the school in the future potential and you looking like, oh, I don't think it's that much potential there because we 4 and 5. I could see that.
Hmm.
But if I know you committed to Lincoln Riley and you coming to SC because you want the development of Lincoln Riley. I don't see how this season will have you like, oh, never mind. I don't think Lincoln Riley that dude when you didn't thought he was that dude for 2 years now. He's been committed to USC for like 2 years.
I think it's more so the fact that he could potentially start from day one. I
But
think
I heard
that's what
his
it is.
father say, but I know, but I heard his father say this is two things. I heard his pop say they willing to sit a year because they already know he coming out a year early anyway. So they willing
That's
to
what he
sit.
said.
Yeah, that's what they said, right?
Right. That's
Now,
what they said though.
and another
But
thing,
what is his action? But what is his action showing you though? His action is showing you that, hey, look, I want to go out here to Boulder and start.
that's true. But look, that's what his actions is showing, right? I seen him on the
Mm-hmm.
interview though. One thing that stick with me, he said he can't see himself playing in the Big 12, passing up on an opportunity to play in the Big 10 at USC. He feel like the Big
Uh-huh.
12 is a second class conference, and he want to play in the major conferences. So that's why I start taking him decommitting series when I see him visit Georgia, and then I heard he doubling back to Auburn. I never felt like he was
Oh,
going.
I ain't hear about the Auburn. When is he doubling back to Auburn?
That's what I hear. Man, that's what I heard. I don't know if an official
Uh-huh.
visit yet. I mean, people could just be saying every source don't know, like because he had posted went to Indiana, then he had canceled that. I'm just
Yeah, I
saying,
don't think he's gonna play at Indiana though.
yeah, but I think he'll have a. I think he'll be better off at Indiana. Going on with, I'm just going off what he said. He said he couldn't see himself playing in the Big 12. It wasn't a big enough. It wasn't popping enough. That's what he said. Like he couldn't really see
Uh-huh.
himself playing. So has that changed too? That's what I'm saying. A lot got to change for him to decommit. You got to feel like you want to play in the Big 12 now, and you feel like
Mm-hmm.
you don't want Lincoln Riley coaching.
So what do you think it is?
No, I think when I seen he visiting Georgia, I think he really thinking about flipping. I'm not doubting he thinking about flipping. I just never thought Colorado was he really was gonna go there. Like who really think Dion really finna stay there the next 3-4 years? Especially if
I,
Colorado winning like this. Florida
mm-hmm.
State is coming. If the Cowboys don't come, Michael Irvin was just on TV talking to Jerry Jones talking about I gotta talk to you about Dion. Like everybody
Right,
got on me about talking about Dion could go to the Cowboys. Right?
right.
I ain't back on that, but you really think Dion finna stay at Colorado? You think if Florida State come calling, he's like Juju Lewis, he might as well go to Florida State right now. Let Colorado win
You
out
think
one.
FSU gonna get him? You think FSU gonna
Hell
get him?
yeah. Let Colorado win out and make the playoffs. Dion has won everywhere he's went, even as a player, his whole life. Dion has won.
Yeah, that's true.
Won a Super Bowl with the 49ers, left them, went to the Cowboys the next year, won a Super Bowl with them.
Right.
Dude
Let me
won
ask
a
you a
World
question.
Series. He played baseball, won the World Series,
Let me
right?
ask you a question. Well, let me ask you a question. If he had to make a choice between the Cowboys or FSU, who you think he picked
Florida State.
over the Cowboys?
Yeah, because unless Jerry Jones gave him full control, he had to be like a
Jerry
Belichick.
Jones ain't about to do that.
Exactly.
Jerry Jones ain't about to do that.
Oh, we scored.
We did. Good pass.
We
You
sitting
must
here.
be ahead of me now. You must be ahead of me now.
Nah, I'm not. I'm looking at the ESPN scoreboard though.
Oh,
ESPN
you look at the
scoreboard.
scoreboard. Okay. Okay. You look at the scoreboard. Okay. That was a good one.
Okay.
See, Riley can dial up the plays, man, but you can't have those defensive ends crashing down like that, man. And there's no threat of the quarterback running, man. And that's what has hampered him since Moss has been starting.
Hold on. I think we need to pay more attention to the game. This developing into a good game for Jaden Mayava. He got
Yeah,
three
it is.
he got 3 TDs so far.
Yeah, yeah, he does.
Now my question is to you, right? If Jaden
Mhm.
Mayava balls, do that make Juju and Longstreet want to come more, or do that scare them away even more?
It
Because I
made
think,
Longstreet. I think it made Longstreet want to come, but I think it scared Juju off.
yep, I agree.
Because again, I think Juju's, but he's thinking that he coming to start. But I don't think Riley's offense is going to allow him to start like that. Now, if he had wheels like Caleb, I would say maybe. But he don't have wheels like Caleb. He don't
Right.
have wheels like Caleb. So whoever comes in, let's just say Miami is able to win two of the next three games. He's going to be the starter and win a bowl game. He's going to be the starter next year. Miami is
Yeah,
because
especially
he'll have some playing time in Lincoln Riley's system, and he'll be he has the tools, he has the attributes to be the starting quarterback, and whoever comes in behind him, even though it'll be an open competition, air quotations. We all know who will be starting now. Ideally, you want Longstreet to come in because Longstreet has a higher upside than Juju, and he's willing to sit and learn.
yeah.
Me personally, I think Juju. I think Colorado's main selling point to Juju is, hey, look, come out here and start next year. Whether Prime be there, which I think Prime will be there, um, at least until the spring, or at least through early signing period, which is going to be the most important thing anyway. Of course, he's going to be there through early signing period. Now, whether the Cowboys come knocking or whether FSU come knocking, that's a different thing. Of course, Lewis will be able to transfer, but does he follow Prime to FSU? I think he will, but he
That's
can't
why I
follow him
was
to but he can't follow him to the Cowboys though. He can't follow him there.
nah. If he goes to the Cowboys, then Lewis in trouble. That's
Right,
why he got to
right.
be careful. That's why he got to be careful. Like this decision is more important to him and vital to him than it is us, though.
Yeah, yeah. But who's more important to Riley? Is Longstreet more important to Riley, or is Juju more important to Riley? I
At
think it's
this point,
Longstreet.
yeah, it got to be Longstreet because Juju showing that he ain't down, he ain't a team first guy, he ain't a leader. Like I said, he supposed to be saying what Brandon Lockhart said. He supposed to be rallying the troops. He
And
seen
what you call it said it too, didn't it? The other DB, the DB that's coming out, this in this Castro. Castro was like, "Hey, look, I'm with the home team."
exactly. That's why we need to focus on the local players because they most likely willing to stick through you through the struggles because it's the home team, it's the home turf.
That's why I'm saying. That's why I've been saying Maava said. Well, that's why I've been saying put Maava in since the Minnesota game because he fit the system. That's why I've been saying I would stop. Recruiting Juju. I said that on your last live, right? You remember me when I said that?
Yeah.
I said I would stop recruiting Juju that day. But that day he was going back to Colorado, I would start recruiting him then, and I throw a bag at Longstreet and be like, hey, look, stay home, learn from me for the next 3.5, 4 years, and then go be the first pick in the NFL draft.
Yeah, Hayden wasn't loyal, but I heard Hayden Lowe got offered a hell of a package. He got that QB money.
Yeah, that and he'll
I
get a
heard
chance to learn from Taylor. What's Taylor's first name? I can't remember his first name. The defensive end that played in the NFL. Is it Zach Taylor? Is his name Zach?
who a kid that played for Miami.
No, no, he's a defensive line. He's a defensive end coach. Taylor. It's Joy Taylor's brother. What's his name? Isn't it Zach Taylor?
Oh, you
What's his
talking about?
name?
Oh, I don't know.
That's who recruited him. Ask the chat what's Taylor's name, the defensive line coach from Miami. Defensive end coach.
Jason Taylor, but I think that's the
Jason
player.
Taylor. That's his name. Jason Taylor. Jason Taylor was recruiting him.
Light
So
skinned
if they
boy.
offer him, yeah, him. And he was nice with the Dolphins. He was
Yeah.
real nice. So if
Mm.
you got him recruiting you and they offering you a bag, I can see, this kid, you know, bouncing. Plus Miami having a better year. I can see that kid bouncing. I can see him saying, well, you know what? Whether they pay me or not, I got this bag and I get a chance to learn up under Jason Taylor. So I can see
And
him bouncing.
and I heard they made it extra sweet because they offered his sister a scholarship too. Her she a
See,
track star.
but see, that's a win-win, man. That's a win-win. You can't beat that. You can't
Hey,
beat that.
that's why I was saying the sooner USC realizes that this is semi-pro now,
Hmm.
the better off we'll be. We need to take the Dodgers approach. You spend the money, it's gonna come back. And we go
Hmm.
out and spend the money, break the bank. That money gonna come back. Cause guess what? The Coliseum gonna be packed.
Right.
Memorabilia gonna go up.
Right.
And now you can raise ticket prices.
You can justify raising ticket prices. You're absolutely correct.
So the
But
money,
you got to win first. You
and
got to
then you
win
go.
first, though, Carter.
I know, but you can't win without the talent. Look at the
You can't
Dodgers.
win without the talent. True.
Look at
True.
the Dodgers. We in LA. Like we gotta realize the climate. First off,
Well, from what I understand, they had to get the NIL group on the same page because at first, they were real, close fists with it. And Riley was saying that, hey, look, I really don't want to give a bag to a high school student before they even get here, and they're not even proven. Which I can understand that. I can understand that.
but you see,
So
you can't do it. You see, you can't take that approach though. You
yeah,
gotta
yeah, I see that. I see that. I see that.
you gotta pay them because it's the market. It's like almost expecting them to play for free, which they not. You get something at USC, but it's like you got to know the climate. So these players, they ain't worth what you think they worth. They worth what they could get from one school. They only
Right.
need one school to believe in them. So you
Hmm.
might not think they worth it, but they is because they gonna get it from somebody. So you got to get out
Right.
what you think is worth it and look at the market, bro.
Come on, Zion Branch, man. That was terrible, man. He looked bad on that page.
I'm telling
Keep
you,
your head up, man, and tackle that.
Zion don't be looking like he be coached right.
I think he coached right. I think it's just he looked good on that tackle. I think it was just a point of him getting enough reps of being in there. That's why I was saying this year right here
Got
is
hurdled.
so important for us. Huh?
He got hurdled though. But yeah, he still
Yeah,
missed.
yeah, but if you don't drop your head, you don't get hurt. He
Mm,
dropped his head. You got to keep your face mask up. Your face mask need to be towards his numbers, not drop your head, expecting for him, to keep running, and then you take his wheels from up under him like that right there. You see what Ramsey just did? That's what you got to do.
yeah.
And he just hurt himself too. He got a cramp. I think he got a Charlie horse.
Physical running backs will make you do that though. The physical running backs are how you thinking low man win, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
that's true.
you're like I better get low and
Yeah, it's one thing to get low. It's one thing to drop your face mask.
oh yeah,
Listen
yeah,
to
yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm saying, Carter. You
No, no,
can't
no.
drop your face mask. Your face
I,
mask can't be toward the ground. It's okay to get low, but your face mask got to be up.
no, you right. And
Yeah,
Zion Branch, he already had got kicked out of game for that one time already for
right,
target.
right. So he hadn't learned. Oh yeah, okay. Ramsey got a Charlie horse in his calf. But yeah, but I see right now he hadn't learned though. He hadn't learned from his mistake. That's what I'm saying. They're getting these valuable reps this year, so this may have been a blessing in disguise this year. This first year in the Big Ten was a throwaway year. The way it turned because it's allowing your young talent to get in there. So that way, when we play next year, and you bring in those key pieces along the defensive line and the offensive line, well, now behind you, you got an experienced sophomore and a Zion Branch. You got an experienced sophomore and a Desmond Stevens. You got an experienced sophomore and a Cam Fountain, as opposed to being green to the game and not really knowing what to do because they hadn't seen that live fire, those live bullets going over their head. I think this was the perfect scenario for Riley if it was going to happen this way.
Yeah, but you know what?
Yeah,
We still got to stack though, so we still can't fumble this class. We still got to finish with a great class, and we still
right,
got to stack in the portal. Because
right. I agree.
if we don't, we ain't gonna have the depth moving years forward. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree 100%. I agree 100%.
So that's what I'm looking at right now. USC is gonna show me if they for real about this off season.
Hey, Carter, is Ramsey a sophomore or is he a redshirt sophomore? Is he a true sophomore or a redshirt sophomore?
I think he a red shirt, so
I thought he was a true sophomore.
he might. Hold on, I'll look it up. He might be a true sophomore. But I think for some reason I feel like he red shirted his first year at SC. But
You
I'm
mean
a
at
look.
UCLA? At UCLA?
UCLA. I'm gonna look right now. Hold on.
Because I keep hearing that he could leave after this year. I thought he was a true sophomore. He can't leave.
Nah, nah. He look. I put it on the screen here. Red shirt sophomore.
Okay, so he can leave.
Yeah,
That's gonna be a tough one right there if he leave.
yeah. Because he's a
That's gonna be a
star.
tough one.
He's a star safety.
Jalen Ramsey is and not Jalen. Kamara Ramsey is a beast. He's a beast, man. He's a monster, and you need DBs like that in your backfield. You know that's going to be the captain of the defense, or that could be. You definitely need to keep him. I will be recruiting him. See, back in the day, you would be
Drop
like,
him a
definitely he
bag.
gone.
See,
Yeah,
you got to
but
spend the
now in
money.
the NIL,
Mm-hmm.
but
Nah,
now
that
that you got the NIL, he could you could pay these players to stay, man. If they're not going to be a
exactly.
first round, if they're not going to be a first round, if they're going to be a first round. If they're going to be top five, that's different. They got to go. If they're going to be top 15, they got to go. But if they second round, early second round, you might be able to drop them a big enough bag to stay.
Most
Third and
definitely.
12, we need to get out the field right here. We need to get a stop right here. It's third and 12. See, we can't get home for nothing, man. Good stop. Good stop. We stopped them. We stopped them.
Now
We stopped
score.
them.
Now we need to score.
Yeah, we got to score right here. We got to score right here.
Push it so we can start running the ball.
Yeah, yeah. We need to score right here. But like I've said before on several shows that I've been in on, including yours, Carter, too. Again, man, thanks for having me up.
Oh yeah.
I think the
Hold on.
two biggest, I think the two biggest pickups in the offseason that Riley made was Danton Lynn and Woody Marks.
Mm-hmm. You feel like wait, I missed up. What you say about Denton Lane and Woody Marks?
I said I think that they were the two biggest pickups that Riley made in the offseason.
Right. I think I, I
Those
think
two.
I think at the end of the day, I think Henny gonna pay dividends too. If we get our
Yeah,
hey, look, if we get our NIL right, Henny gonna start. He gonna kill it.
yeah, yeah.
And it's
But
how
we
you
got it. But
look.
we got to get the NIL right though. If we ain't gonna get the NIL right, you can have a person like Aaron Donald come by the school all you want to. If you ain't got the talent there to teach them, it ain't gonna make no difference.
And look though, look. NIL ain't even about to supposed to matter because next year revenue sharing supposed to kick in.
Yeah, but I heard you can still make NIL though.
No, I'm just saying the university. Yeah. But the university gonna be able to make up what NIL is lacking.
Now you see what Maava just did. That's what Moss would not do,
No, I
and
didn't
that's
see it.
why we were hurting.
I'm about to see it now. I'm gonna play behind.
Huh?
I said I'm about to see
Okay.
it now. I'm gonna play behind. Exactly. Oh, okay.
That's why I was calling for again. I don't want any kid to lose their job, but that's why I was saying from the Minnesota loss, and I said on USC J team too. I mean on his channel too. Throw it, good dodge. That's why I said on his channel too. Ah man, he just lost the damn ball. Crap.
We fumbled.
Yeah, Miami fumbled. He should have thrown it away. He should have threw it away, but he did. He tried to hold on to it, and he fumbled it.
Damn.
He tried to hold on to it. Look how he holding the ball, man. He can't hold it like that.
Oh,
Dang, man, he can't hold the ball like that. You saw
that's
how he was holding the ball.
yeah, man. We
The
always say
ball
our
got to be tucked. The ball got to be tucked.
man right when he was looking great. Damn.
Yeah, that's his second
See, look,
turnover.
look, B. We can't stand prosperity. Our defense get to stop. We could go up 2 scores and we fumble.
He
And
got it.
we
He didn't
do that.
have the ball tucked. He didn't have it tucked.
He was busy trying to stiff for him, trying to break the tackle.
Well, no, he should have thrown the ball away. Is what he should have done. Now look at the position you put your defense in.
Yup. Hey, but B, we should know though. We should know like this USC. So, bro, the game is gonna come down to the wire. If we know one thing about this year, we ain't blowing out nobody really. It's gonna come down to the end. That's one
Yeah,
thing
but you
it has
can't keep putting yourself in these situations, though, man. You cannot do this.
Oh no, I agree. I ain't saying it's cool. I'm just saying I ain't surprised.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying I ain't surprised.
Well, no, well, I am because you got to know once you get outside of that pocket, man, you can't hold the ball like that. It's got to be tucked, or either you got to throw it away. Because he was running toward the sideline, so it should have been in a position to where he got his arm up, getting ready to throw the ball away or tucked. That's a busted coverage. Woo, good tackle.
Busted coverage.
It was a busted coverage, but he didn't see it. Raiola didn't see it. Okay. Now we just held him to a field goal. Yeah. Number 15 was wide open. Number 15 was number 4. Number 4 was wide open. He was wide open, but Raiola had his eyes turned to the right and hit the running back in the flat, and Mason Cobb lit his ass up. Now that's a win for the defense. That's a win for the team, but Maeva, he got to be coached up, and he learning. But I wouldn't expect for Maeva to do that because Maeva played all last year as a redshirt freshman. That's a win for the defense. But you can't have that, man. That ball got to be tucked. It's got to be tucked, or either in a throwing motion to where you're throwing it out of bounds, not away from your body like that, because those defensive linemen have long arms too. So when they're taught to swipe at the ball. He got to throw that away, man.
We got our growing pains.
Huh?
We got our growing pains. So we gonna have our growing pains with them.
We need to win this game, though, Carter. We need to win this game, and we need to win next week again. Fuck, forget the growing pains, man. You keep on talking about the growing pains, man. This game is important. It is, man. It's important because you want to at least get to a bowl game, Carter, man. Because our last game is against Notre Dame. Well, right now Notre Dame rocking and rolling.
So if we beat them, that could be a big win.
It shouldn't be that way, man. Because we SC, it shouldn't be like that. These teams right here, man. We used to watching these teams, man. I mean, straight mopping them. That's what we used to do, man. Think about all the Rose Bowls that we played in, man. Well, we just straight up just mopped the Big Ten, man. We never had a problem with the Big Ten. We got a winning record against the Big Ten. But now you get here now inside of the conference and you're struggling with them. Well, it's these self-inflicted wounds, the carrying the ball out like that, the penalties and stuff like that, man. That's stuff that can be avoided, man, if you just do what your training tells you to do. Everybody is not Caleb, man. Caleb carried the ball like that, but Caleb is a different type of player. Good pass. Hold on to the rock. Caleb was a different type of player. You understand what I'm saying? Caleb could get away with stuff like that because of his athletic ability. I thought Jaden Maeva was a lot faster than what he is, but he's really not that fast. He's quick enough to well, he's not that quick, brother. Let me rephrase that. He's not that quick. Yeah, he's fast enough. He's fast enough. Yeah, he got some straight line speed. He's fast enough to get out of a sticky situation. Sticky situation. He reminds me of Sam Darnold, but even I think Sam Darnold is faster than Jaden Maeva is. I think he's faster than what he is. But again, he's 6'4", 6'5". He's got some wheels. He probably looked like he probably run a 4.6 or 4.7. and he got a nice arm on him. But it's the little things like that, the tucking the ball outside of the pocket. If you know you're trying to get out of bounds or to throw it out, you know, um, knowing when to step up in the pocket as opposed to rolling out 15 yards back into your right to where good run, Woody, good run, Woody, to where if you do take a sack, it's not a 15-yard loss because you
Right.
can't get away because you can't stiff arm your way away from this big defensive end, as opposed to maybe a 3-yard loss, a 3-yard tackle for loss because you stepped up in the pocket and they had this type of exotic blitz. Okay, I learned from that last time. It's the little stuff like that he's going to have to brush up on and do some maintenance to in order before he becomes that real threat at the quarterback. Now he's better than what we had. He's better than what we had.
Right.
But see now Riley running that rock. You see it? Now he running the rock.
Mm-hmm.
That's 3 straight runs. That's 3 straight
Right.
runs. Well, after that pass, it was 3 straight runs. After that pass, Zach Branch. But yeah, he just gonna have to learn from stuff like that. But we got to win 2 of these next 3 games, man. It's imperative that we win at least this game and against UCLA because we need to make a bowl game because we need the extra practices and we need those extra snaps. That'll be the big difference between playing another 2 games and between playing another 3 games. There's a big difference because you got a 30-day period between the last game and the time you play the bowl game, probably, in order to get in those extra practices, the receivers to get on the same page with Maava, and for Riley to clean up, Maava bad tendencies.
Yeah, you want that bowl game because that's around the time around the first signing period too. So you want to end the season with a win on a good note. Like if we went
Right,
out and then if we went out beat Notre Dame and then beat a name brand team in the bowl game, now our recruiting looking a little better than what it is now. Now we got a little momentum. So I get what you're saying. It's imperative for our
mm-hmm.
recruiting class for sure. Because
I
people, we
think.
can say this. Look, hold on. Look, if we went
Yeah, go
out,
ahead.
we recruits like we just had the wrong quarterback in. Like if we try to give Miller a chance, he been down for 4 5 years. He won an LSU game. We didn't have the right quarterback. When we put in the right
Right,
quarterback, we went undefeated.
right,
And then we
right.
now look better. Like at USC, then had the Lincoln Riley type quarterback. That's why they struggled. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
everybody
They
can
tried
see
to
that,
build the
man.
Miller.
Everybody can see
That's why
that.
I'm tripping with Juju. That's why I'm tripping with Juju Lewis. Like how he don't see that. Like how he don't
Right.
think he the answer. Then I'm feeling like then you ain't that dude anyway. You ain't got that Mamba type of mentality anyway. Because if me and you could think like that, you a quarterback. You definitely supposed to be thinking like, oh, if I was in there, like I wouldn't have threw that pick or I would have got out of
Mm-hmm.
there. Like
Right.
USC had me. That's how he's supposed to be feeling. But it's like, okay, you looking at it like you gonna struggle too. You looking at it like you gonna be just like Miller Moss. Then maybe we don't want you. Then you must think your game is more like Miller Moss than Caleb
Right. See what you
or
want as a
Juju.
quarterback. What you want, Carter, man. You want a quarterback that's as much as a threat, just enough as a threat to where the defensive ends pause when they see him put the ball in the running back stomach. That's all you want. Because see, right now, well, when we had Moss in, they were just coming straight down the line. They wouldn't even worry about that. Like I said earlier, it's like playing 11 on 10. But now they got to give pause. Excuse me. But now they got to give pause when they come down that line. They just can't take off down that line like that because Miami can take off. Now, can you imagine having a kid like Longstreet with his wheels, with the wheels that Longstreet
Man,
got, or the kid that's behind Longstreet, from what I understand, what's his name, Ryder
right
Lyons?
line.
Could you
Ooh, man, we
imagine
got a whole
him?
out. We got to secure him now. Like I feel like he
Right.
the truth. I feel like he gonna be the truth.
And I think he's class of 2026. If you ask me, Ryder Lyons is more
Yeah,
important than Juju Lewis is.
Most definitely.
if you ask me.
But we got time because he's gonna go on his Mormon mission, so he really gonna come
Right.
in at 27.
So again, if you keep Miami for another year and you bring in Longstreet, you got a viable backup, and then Rod Alliance don't come in until 2027. You secure all the way up until probably 2029.
Facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
but we need to score on this drive right here. We got to score.
Here go this fourth quarter. This been our Achilles heel.
Right.
This disappointing game. Disappointing the game. I ain't trying to jinx it.
Go with it, Zach. Go with it, Zach. Zach doing his thing in this game, man. See, that's what I'm
Hey, the
saying.
last couple of games he been coming on a little bit. The last couple of games.
Well, again, because we've been trying to overutilize him. Everybody got film on Zach
Yeah.
now. Instead of using him as a
Yeah.
decoy until the defensive coordinator get comfortable with, okay, they going somebody else. Then you go back then you hit Zach, man. But you don't make him your primary target because everybody is keying in on that kid. He's too explosive last year. They seen enough tape on him to know not to kick it to him. You know what I'm saying? They've seen enough tape on him to know that, hey, look, they got to roll coverage his side. So I would send him on the straight, go down the field, and bring in another speedy receiver underneath.
Yeah, we should use Jay Fair more.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard to crack the lineup when you got Makai Lemon, Kyle Ford, Deuce. Throw it.
Oh yeah. No, you're right. Like Makai more and use Makai as a decoy sometime and let Zach just be a receiver, like you said, go deep and make some plays.
And bring somebody
Instead of
underneath.
just trying to use him as a gadget player all the time.
Right. Just use him as a decoy. He couldn't see the ball of the sun in his eyes. They're facing the wrong side of the field to be running a comeback, on that side of the field. They need to run a comeback or put Jacoby Lane in here on his one-on-one coverage on this side over here. See, I don't understand why they got Jacoby Lane on the bench. This is perfect right now for a jump ball over here on the right side.
Man, so they didn't get Jacoby.
Jeez, man. Jacoby had been in all game. Take the 3 points, Riley. Get the 3 points, man. Get the 3 points, man. Get the 3 points. Take the three. Don't go for it. Get the 3. Yeah, he gonna go for the 3. Yeah, good. And let your defense do their thing. It got blocked, man. Shit.
Oh,
it got blocked.
How many field goals we gonna get blocked?
Sierra Wright blocked it.
He killing us this game.
Yeah, he killing us.
Damn.
He got blocked.
That's why I always go for it. I ain't even
Nah, it was smart. This was smart to take the points. It was smart to take the points. Well, at least go for the points. But special teams, man.
How many yards they needed for the first? Was it 4th and goal?
4. It was 4 yards. We were inside the we were like at maybe like the 8 or the 9 yard line, and we needed 4 yards. But I understand Riley going for the points. I understand. I get it. But the special teams killed us. Sierra Wright blocked it off the edge. Stuff like that. That's what I'm saying, man.
They let him come block it off the edge? That's crazy.
He came off the edge. Well, they had somebody slanting inside. I think Lake McCree was on the outside, but they had Sierra Wright stacked on the outside of that the end player. So he pretty much came free, untouched almost.
Damn.
So now that you know that you can't even kick a field goal, man, see, it's time to start going for it now. Unless it's an extra point, it's time to start going for it because you're inside the red zone, and now you walk away with no points, and you still up 21-20. The defense doing their job, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
this just ain't- this just ain't our year. It seem like, bro. Like it's like we find a way to lose. We find a way. We can't stand prosperity. Like
Hmm.
we don't like no lead. That's crazy, bro.
We've only really been in control of two games this year.
Man,
We mean really in control,
I
and that was against Wisconsin and against Utah State.
that's it.
And in Wisconsin was the
I
second
can't
half. It
take another.
wasn't in the first half.
I can't take another heartbreaking loss. I was at that Penn State game. That just gutted me. Like I
Yeah,
can't take another loss like this.
yeah.
And
He
it's
came
crazy
out
because
the edge. I tell.
a lot of our losses, like we look like the better team, and a lot of the games we lost. That was really killing me. Just how I was reading you the stats in the first half. Like we
Right.
should be up by more, bro. Look at the stats. We should be
Yeah.
up by more. We should at least have this field goal.
Yeah.
Like man,
We needed to
it's
get
like
we
we
needed
had
to
that
get that
loser
field
man.
goal. We needed to get that field goal.
They dealing with we dealing with demons out there, bro. Like we dealing with demons. We gotta exercise. Like it's mental at this point with us. I'm telling you,
Hmm.
it's in their heads. The offense for sure is in their heads. Like they nervous out there.
No, I don't think it's more. I don't think it's nerves. I think it's more so just self-inflicted wounds, man. I don't think it's nerves. I think it's more so of, hey, look, you know, we not really being coach hard nosed. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we really being coach hard nosed. I don't think there's no real consequences like for them messing up because mainly because they know there ain't too many players behind them.
Bro, they
And,
just
and,
showed a
and because
stat.
and because of the depth and because of the depth.
Yeah, they just showed a stat that we 1-5 in close games. So
Right,
I
that's what
feel
I'm
like if
saying.
you lose that many close, it's in your head.
Hmm. Again, I think
Yeah,
it's most good tackles. Why? Tackle the man. Hey, all right, stop. I think it's more so of just the youth, and we don't have the depth that we had at the beginning of the season. And I think it started with that
right.
Michigan game. We could have easily walked away with that Michigan win had the referees done their damn job. The referees again. I counted 3 times that they allowed the clock to go down to zero, and at least 3 times that they grabbed Miller Moss face mask. No call. Even with that Minnesota loss, when that quarterback fumbled that ball. Get there. Good tackle. Good tackle. Even when in the Minnesota game, when the quarterback fumbled the ball and we walked away with the ball, they called a touchdown because they said that the quarterback crossed the plane, right? Well, there was no indisputable evidence that he crossed the plane with the ball because we walked away with the ball. So how did you get him the touchdown? Makes sense.
Oh,
It was
that
yeah.
was fixed. They already got it on camera and everything.
Right. It was called a turnover on downs on the field. The referee go and talk to the head coach. Go and talk to the head coach for Minnesota. When they finished with their conversation, it was a touchdown. It didn't go to review at the center. When he got through, finished talking to that coach, it was a touchdown. And I saw right then that game and that Michigan game. I was like, oh, we ain't gonna get no calls in this conference. And I put it on X, and it got. I think it got retweeted like 50 sometimes. Um, got a whole bunch of likes. I said, if this is the treatment we're gonna get, we might as well pack up and go back to the Pac-12. I said that
They can't keep doing it.
after the Minnesota loss. So again, the defense has stopped them again. We just shooting ourselves in the foot with these turnovers, with these turnovers, and these mental lapses, man. We just got to find a way to get out of. We just got to find a way to get out of our own way, man. We've been in these football games every game. We haven't been blown out of any game, not one.
Yeah, the people got to be held accountable more.
That's why I said we need some hard nosed coaching, man. These unsportsmanlike penalties, these plays where your defense get you out of the jam, and then next thing you know, here come a penalty for you know for pushing the offensive lineman up on his. You got high hands when you're teaching. When I know that Coach Henry has taught you to have low hands when you wrestling like that, stuff like that, man. You can't do. You got the man up under his throat. They're gonna call that. They're gonna call that,
Man,
especially against us. But I think that
praises
I
to
think
y'all. Said
that
it's Riley's fault.
he said Riley fault.
Yeah,
Well,
he said
again,
first he said we can't blame Miller Moss today. First he said we can't blame Miller Moss today. Then he said,
but
bro, this
well,
been happening all year.
so is Riley fault that Moss was throwing picks? Is that Riley fault?
Right.
Is that Riley fault that Moss wouldn't pull the ball down and take off running? Is that Riley fault too? Let
Mm.
me know what he say. Let me know what he say about pulling the ball down and running. Is that Riley fault?
Yeah. Like he a Trojan fan though. I
I
know that for
get
sure.
that, but
He
what I'm
said
saying is he blaming Riley, but Riley not out there running the ball.
yeah, it's his fault. Why are you doing 50 times a game? Y'all, that don't even make sense. I agree with that though.
Well, he
Throwing 50
throwing it
times a
50
game
times.
with Miller Moss.
He throwing it 50 times a game because the RPO offense that he running, the defensive ends are crushing down. Even when he don't run the RPO and they just hand it off, they stack in the box. Now I agree that they should have been running it more, but they should have been running it more with a quarterback like oh, they don't go for it. They should have been running more with a quarterback like Maeva and not Moss. Or they going for it on 4th and 4, 4th and 3. They going for it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what y'all don't realize.
No,
A
they
lot
trying
of
to
them
get him to
pass
jump. They
plays.
trying to get him to jump. They trying to get him to jump. Yeah, they were trying to get him to jump. That's all.
Okay. But
Yeah,
nah,
they took a flag.
what y'all failing to realize though, what he failing to realize, a lot of them 50 passes, Moss had he had the option to run though, but he didn't run it.
Right. He didn't run it. I mean, he had wide open lanes, Carl. Well, he could have took off running, but because they
And I just
dropped eight.
and
The defense will
look,
drop 8 players, huh?
and I know, and I ain't even talking about that. I'm talking about like the play design is like that. Like, all right,
Right.
Miller, what you see in the defense gonna decide whether you gonna run the ball or you gonna pass it, or you gonna let the
Right.
running back run. It's really three options. You run, the
Right.
running back run, or you pass it. So a
Right.
lot of them times, Miller Moss was just deciding to pass the ball.
Right.
You feel me? I ain't even talking about, oh, you dropping back, nobody open, the lane open, and you scramble. No, I'm talking about the play was designed for you to take the run if it was there.
And he wouldn't do it. So pretty much, like I said
Yeah,
again, it's
exactly,
pretty much like playing 11 on 10. You know what I'm saying? It's like
exactly.
playing 11 on 10.
Yeah,
You dropping 8, you rushing 3. The play calls, say, hey, look, if you see this look take off running and he don't do it and he try to pass it, what do you want Riley to do? What do you want him to do?
exactly. So basically, what we saying is, it ain't that don't mean necessarily Riley called 50 pass plays.
Right. It means that he just threw the ball 50 times.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's see what we do, man. We gotta get cracking. B
He
Jinx said
running the
this game is
ball.
critical.
Yeah, it's very critical. But Riley running the ball.
Hey, you see he in
We
12 too. I see two tight ends out there.
listen. We need to score. We need to go up 8 points. We need to go up 8 points. We need to score on this drive right here.
I like the 12 personnel. We should keep that. We should keep that. Run that back. We gotta run that back.
Good kick out. Um, Woody Moss got 100 yards. He got 103 yards. 6.5 yards a carry. But again, that's because it's a threat for Miami to run the damn ball.
Exactly.
Where they throw it away? Where they throw it away?
Let it fight another down.
Oh yeah, they had a good play call. The defense had a good play call on.
Yeah, they was on that play.
Yeah, but Jacoby Lane, he hadn't played all game, man. So
I
he in the
still would have played
doghouse.
the kid. I would have punished him in practice or something. I ain't gonna hurt my team.
But if you trying to set an example, man, you know this is already a throwaway season. What better time than to do it right now?
That's true. That's true.
You got to show them. And who's the wide receiver coach? Isn't it Dennis Simmons? It's Dennis Simmons, right?
Yeah.
You got to send a message, man. Hey, look, we ain't tolerate none of this stuff. You flying out the handle on social media. We've already told y'all, what to do and what not to do, and you're gonna do it anyway. Good catch. So he got to show him. He got to show him, especially if you got big receivers like Deuce and Kyle Ford. You got Kyle Lemon out there that's ready to come in. That's not doing what you're doing on social media. They told you to stay out down. That's a face mask. That could have been a face mask on Elijah Page.
My Alva got an arm on him,
He got a real good arm on him.
especially when he get to plant his feet, come out like a rocket.
This need to be a 15 play drive with a touchdown.
Yeah, we need a tutty.
We got to have a
I
touchdown.
don't even
It's
trust.
got to be one.
I,
I'm telling you, man, we got to have a 15 play touchdown drive right here. We
I don't
need to
care how
walk
many
away with a
plays it
win
is.
here.
Just score. I don't care how many plays it is. Just score. Like
Oh man, ooh, that could have been bad. Dang, man, that's what I'm saying. Shoot ourselves in the foot. Get on across the damn line, man. Why is he trotting like that? Get on across the damn line. That could have been bad, man. You see what I'm saying? He
exactly.
trotting across like that. Now he just put us at 3rd and 10. We was 3rd and 5. Now we 3rd and 10. Now you got to change up the play totally.
USC know how to give you gray hairs. I'm telling you.
Good catch. Good catch. That's a first down. That's a first down. That's a first down. I'm ahead of
Better
you.
move them
I'm ahead of you, Carter. He got his.
hit.
He got the
You a player.
that. Yeah, he got his back arm hit that came out the backside. That's why I say, man, we definitely need to show up on the right tackle, the left guard, and the center in the all season. Even if it's not a first down, go for it. Don't punt that ball.
Most definitely.
Yeah, because it'd be 4 for inches, and now you got a 6'5" quarterback. Remember that game we played? What's that, Minnesota? I think it was. And no, that wasn't Minnesota. It's the one that we just lost, Washington. And Miller Moss was in there. We was on the goal line, 4th and 1, and we got stopped. Woody Moss got stopped. Well, all you had to do was have a player in like Jada Maava go up on the center. He's 6'5", and then just get the push in. Why are we in the shotgun with Miller Moss trying to run the damn ball? That's another
Exactly.
win we
And
could
the
have
Bush
had.
push is legal.
And it's
The Bush
well,
push is
yeah,
legal.
it's that they named it after Reggie. You know what I'm saying? They named it after Reggie. So,
Yeah.
but if we're in a situation like that, man, against Washington, that if with J. Miami in and on the center, see right now we short. Let's go up on the center. Let's go up on the center. But with a quarterback like Marvin at 6'4", and a half, 6'5", he could fall forward and get a yard. Go up on the center. Don't
Exactly.
put it in the. Don't put it in the shotgun. Don't put it in the shotgun. Go underneath the center. Please don't tell me we're in the shotgun, man. For what, Riley? For what, man? This is what I don't get right here, man. This is what I don't get, man. The man six
Ah,
five. Why not go on the center? I don't get this.
mm.
Good pitch. Good play call. That was a good play call. Go with it, Marks. Go with it, Marks. Oh man, that was a hell of a play call.
Oh, he had one up his sleeve.
Had one up his sleeve, man. Well,
Riley,
hey, that's why. Hey,
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 chill
hey,
out.
hey, Carter. Hey,
Chill out.
Carter. Hey, Carter. That's why Riley make 10 million a year and I don't, huh? Riley
Nah, but
said,
we
"Let me
ain't
do."
wrong.
Hey, Riley said, "Let me do
Ain't
what I do,
wrong
and you do what you do." Riley said, "I don't come to your
though.
job and
Yeah.
tell you what the hell to do. Let me do my damn job." He said, "Stay on your
Hey,
job, and I'm gonna
hey,
stay
hey,
on mine." Huh?
hey, it's a result based. It's a result based business. Like if you get it done, nobody can't say nothing. We can't say nothing.
Right. Right. We can't say anything if you
Hey,
get it done. What's
yeah.
that?
What Al Davis say? What Al Davis say? Just win,
Just
baby. As
win,
long as you
baby.
just
Just
win.
win. Just win, baby.
Just
That's what he said. That's what Al Davis said. Just win, baby.
man, I
Just
don't care
win.
how you do it. Just do it.
I don't care how you do it, just do it. But we don't need no field goal right here. We need a touchdown. We got to have a touchdown right here.
Fact.
Why you passing it? Oh, that's why he passing it. Touchdown. Ah man, get the first. Ah man, all he had to do was cut it back up, man. Why he ain't cut it back up? Riley digging in the bag this game, man. He digging into the bag.
He, he better dig into it.
It's third
Five and
and one.
five look a little bit better than look a little bit better.
It's 3rd and 1 right now. We got to have this first. We got to have this first.
What do you think he gonna do with this one? I know we ain't going under center.
We got the first down though. Quentin Joyner running the ball. We got the first down. Now go back to Woody Marks. Bring Woody Marks back in there. There he come. Here he come. Bring him back in there. Hey, how many plays are we on now, Carter? What play is this?
In the drives, let me see.
It's
Go
the
to the
first
game
down.
cast.
It's 12 plays. 12 plays, 82 yards. And we had the ball for 7 minutes.
12 players.
If we score
Hey,
right here, that's what I was
hey,
talking
you said
about.
15.
I said 15, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you said 15 is looking like you
Touchdown
Nostradamus up in
Miami.
here.
Touchdown Miami. What did I tell you, Carter? What did I say? What did I
Man,
say?
hey,
Huh?
hey, let's go. Hey, we
What did
needed
I
that.
say?
Telling you.
Didn't I say about
Oh,
15 plays on this drive and a touchdown?
hey, you see that? You see that cut he made? That reminded me of Caleb a
Yeah.
little bit. How he cut back in there.
But guess who? Guess who?
Miller
Guess
Moss,
who wouldn't have been able to make that cut? He wouldn't have been able to make that cut though.
Miller Moss,
He's not that
Miller
athletic.
Moss.
He wouldn't have been able to make that cut. And everybody was saying that USC Jay was calling for Moss' job. And I remember the podcast that we were on was after the Minnesota game. USC Jay didn't say that. USC Jay said just bring in Miles for some packages. I was the one that said no, Miles need to be the starter.
Hey, I was saying that too.
But what did I say? 15 play and a touchdown? I said that, right?
Yep.
13 plays and a
Yep.
touchdown. Now we up 8. Now we up 8, and our defense is playing ball.
And I look at the play. We had him both ways. Even if he would have gave it to the running back, Woody Marks would have got in too. I'm looking at the replay.
I'm
That
talking about.
because
I'm talking about.
they got to respect.
I'm talking about the time of possession, though, Carter. I'm talking about the time of possession. We in the fourth quarter, and typically with Moss in, we would probably turn the ball over on downs if he wouldn't have thrown an interception, and we would end up losing this game by 2 or 3, even probably by a field goal. It probably would have been damn 21 and 23. But now, because you can control the clock with a mobile quarterback like Miami, and now the defensive ends can't crash down anymore. You saw that defensive end, or who was that? Was that the outside linebacker or was that the cornerback? Well, either way, he couldn't crash down,
They
and
have
Miami
both.
was able to score. He was able to score.
Yep. And look,
So
that's why I was saying, like, if you look at the replay, even Woody would have been able to score because they couldn't commit to Woody because the threat of Mayava, and they had a tight end back there too. So that was a good play design.
right,
They
it
had
was a
3
good
dudes
play
in the
design.
backfield.
It was a good play design because you got the quarterback in to run it. Is what I'm saying. Moss had the
Exactly.
quarterback. He couldn't have ran. He couldn't have ran his play, and Riley has been hobbled all season long because it's been teams have been playing us 11 on 10.
And look, just like James Blunt said, now that Mayava in there, Lincoln Riley got all his plays. He can run his whole playbook. He couldn't do that with
He
Moss.
got his entire playbook, and people thought that I was hating. I'm not hating on Moss. Again, we were trying to fit a square peg into a round hole, man. He did not fit the offense. Now, with more snaps up under his belt, Maeva is going to be a totally different quarterback next year. And I'm saying it on your channel first. He's going to be the first Polynesian quarterback at USC to win the Heisman next season. I'm saying it here first, Carter. I'm saying it here first. I'm saying it on what's the date? November the what? 15th, 16th? What's the date?
16.
November the 17th, 16th. I'm saying it right here, right now.
Yep,
once he get acclimated, once we go into the portal and get those hogs on the defensive line and on the offensive line, Jaden Marva gonna win that Heisman, man. Next season.
Oh, that mean? That mean we win it. That mean we at least won 10 games if that happens. I like that.
Listen, all we need to do is just keep the weapons that we got. All we need to do is just keep the weapons that we got.
And look, I know we only scored 28 points, but it just felt different this game, though.
It felt different because we could have scored more than that, except for the turnovers, man. Our defense only gave up 1 touchdown. Then Miami had another turnover on a drive that could have resulted in points. Again, Riley just got to clean him up a little bit. like the carrying the ball out like that when it should have been tucked or he should have been thrown away. Little stuff like that that he gonna have to learn the nuances as a quarterback. Last year at UNLV, he did okay, but now he's gonna be developed.
Right.
Now he's gonna
And
be
just think
developed. Look at
about it
this
now.
defense playing. Look at this defense playing
Now think
now.
about it, BG. But think about it. Look, Riley, he finna get back into his play calling groove too. He been used for calling plays for
Right,
Miller, so
right.
Riley, he finna get back better too with his decision making.
Listen, man. You know how
Cause
many
he used to a
recruits we
quarterback
got
like
there now? You know how many recruits this there at the stadium
I
now?
know we got. I know we got
That's why I was saying
Jakeem
it.
Stewart there,
Right, right,
Longstreet. I know we
right,
so
right, right. Now imagine Longstreet being there watching Biava play as opposed to watching Moss play.
now he can envision himself.
Exactly. That's why I say you go out to Longstreet and not Lewis. As a matter of fact, I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't even call Lewis no more. You heard it here first. Carter didn't say it. I said it. I wouldn't even call Lewis no more. I would stop
To be
calling him.
honest, I feel like Lincoln Riley should only recruit dual threats for
Well,
his offense. I
Lewis,
think,
he got some wheels. He can run, but he's not. I'll put it to you like this: he's more athletic than Moss is.
yeah, he's not a statue in the pocket, and he can
Right,
feel the pressure coming.
right. He can feel the pressure coming, and he's accurate. He's accurate, but we're only seeing him at the high
But
school
he's
level,
small though. But he's
huh?
small, so he don't want to run. He only want to run when he got to though. He's small though. Like Julian Lewis, only like 6 feet, 185. Like
Yeah, you know who he remind me
so he.
of? He
Mm,
reminds me of a slower version of Kyler Murray.
yeah,
A slower version of Kyler Murray. He can move enough, but
yeah,
he's not as quick. Kyler Murray was quick and he was fast. Well, imagine Kyler
yeah,
Murray running a
yeah,
4.5 or 4.5 or 4.6. Then you got Julian Lewis.
right.
You got Julian Lewis. He's more athletic than Moss, but he's less. He's not as athletic as a Longstreet. Longstreet got some wheels on him. Longstreet can move, and he got a cannon on him. That's who you need in your system.
Yeah, it all right. Like he in the middle, so it's three different type of quarterbacks. So you got the
Hmm.
pocket passer, you got the one that's elusive in the pocket, and then you got
Hmm.
the dual threat. Like
Right.
so,
He's in the middle. He's in
Juju
the
is
middle, like
more
you
like he
said.
in the pocket. He
Right.
elusive in the pocket. He ain't a statue. Like you could roll him out. He could do some things, but he ain't. You ain't gonna look up his game. He don't want to look up and see like 13, 14 rushes for 100 some yards. He don't want to take that many hits on his frame.
Right.
See, Longstreet bigger. Long like 6'2", 220. Like Longstreet could take more of a little pounding. You feel me?
And he
And
got
he's
some
more
muscle
of
on
the
him.
dual threat.
And he got some muscle on him.
Exactly. Exactly. He's stocky.
Hey, what you
And I
think
feel like
about getting
he
some?
got a strong
Hey,
quarterback.
what you think about getting some of them offense? You remember how SC used to recruit those offensive linemen from Hawaii, those Polynesian offensive linemen? You think we need to get some more of those too? More of those type of
Yeah,
players
but
too?
Riley don't know about it. Of course. I
Good
remember the
tackle,
Deuce and
boy.
Tuies and the we
See, now they got to
see
go for
Lincoln
it
Riley,
again.
he don't know.
One thing we got to do, man, we got
Lincoln
to
Riley, he
stop
don't know.
comparing. One thing fans got to do is stop comparing Lincoln Riley to Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll was able to go into the hoods and get those players, man. Riley don't have that type of pass. He don't have that pass like that.
He could if he
See,
just be real, if he just come humble. Pete Carroll was
see what I'm
humble.
saying, man? We can't get home to the passer in time, man, for those type of players to develop like that. We gotta get us a pass rusher that can get home, man. We don't have that coming off the edge. got those wheels on him that's going to get to him regardless. We don't have that, and that's why get him. Ah man, we just keeping everything underneath, and then they just running out the clock, so we good. But even if they score, they got to score the 2-point conversion too. So they could take as much
Yeah.
time as they want.
I mean,
But that's why I say it was important. Ah man, he had that pick. The Carlos Nicholson had a pick, man, and dropped it.
damn. You think that gonna come back to bite us?
It might if they get inside the red zone. Damn, he had that pick, man, and dropped it. It hit both his hands. No, he hit one of his hand, his right hand. Dang, man.
You know, what they say the
Huh?
difference between the DB and the wide receiver is their hands.
That's true. That's why they play DB, huh?
Yup. Because you think about it, like the DBs, they be the most athletic dudes on the field.
Yeah, where the cornerbacks are.
Yeah, the corners. Oh man, see, you gotta. How many
Get him,
seconds on the
Cam.
clock?
32. It's 30. It's 31 seconds left. It's second down. 31 seconds left. It looked like they on our 39. Hold on, let me see. They just ran out of bounds, and so it's second down. I'm trying to see what yard line they on. It's second and 9. They on our no, they on our 40. They on our 47-yard line. It's 31 seconds left. As long as we keep everything underneath, we're only rushing 3. Where we at? Where we at? All right, they got the first, but there's only 23 seconds left. It's first and 10. They're on the 39-yard. Well, they're on the 36-yard line, and it's 23 seconds left. But again, we up 8 points, so at worst we would have to go to, at worst we would go overtime. At the best, we stop them somewhere in the middle. We stop them trying to go for 2. Cam Fountain. See,
Right.
once Cam Fountain gets some experience, man, he's gonna be hell to deal with, man. But he just don't have that experience. Pick.
Oh yeah.
We almost got that. Damn, we almost got that. And we should have had that, man. We should have had
You
that,
know,
man.
the SC ain't gonna make it easy on our nerves, man.
But at least we're ahead by 8 instead of being ahead by 2. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Before
Real,
we would be ahead by 1 or 2 points, and then they go down and score, and then we lose, on a play like that. I'd rather
that's
have
why
it this way.
Yeah.
It's second down with
That's why
17 seconds left. Woo, he's sending somebody at him. Get him. All right, cool. It's third down now. 11 seconds left. Third down. So Deontay Lynn sent the blitz at him, which was good to keep him from sitting back there just, taking all day to throw the damn ball. We just don't have that elite pass rusher, man. We just don't have that elite pass rusher. That should be our number
1 priority.
That's good. We got 2 more snaps. Get an elite pass rusher. Well, we can develop Shelby and Fountain, man. If we can develop Shelby and Fountain, we can concentrate more on 5 seconds left. They just got a first down. They're inside the 10. That was a good pass. Looked like it was a cover 2. Yeah, it was over. It was in a cover 2. That was a good pass that Raiola just made.
Raiola gonna be good though. He is.
But it's only 5 seconds left, so they basically got 1 play left. They got one play left. Again, I'd rather have it like this than us be up by 1 or 2 points, 5 seconds left, and then they at the 10-yard line. You understand what I'm saying? And we
Yeah,
only up 1 or 2 points, and
cause
then they score, and then we lose without overtime or anything.
right. But I don't even want to go into overtime in this now.
Me either. Me either. But I'm saying if it's gonna come down like this, I'd rather have it like we got it right now. To where, hey, look, they got to score
Right.
a touchdown, and they got to get the 2 point conversion.
Oh
There's
yeah,
five
all day.
seconds left.
That's easy money.
That's a false start. Cool, false start on the right tackle.
Okay.
And I'd rather have it this way too for those recruits that's there. You know what I'm saying? You see them put out a
Yeah.
tough game like this at home. We made the quarterback change. It shows that Riley is willing to make the change that he needs to make in order for his team to be successful. It shows that, hey, look, we willing to play our young guys. We willing to play our young guys. Good defensive call, I think that is. We willing to play our young guys and give them an opportunity to come in here and contribute. So, yeah, I like it this way. Come on, get the stop, y'all. Get the stop. Pick. We picked it off. That's game. Greedy Vance picked it off.
Game.
That's game.
Ha
Man, he gave the football to Jen Cohen. He gave the football to Jen Cohen,
Okay.
the AD. The AD. He gave the
She
football to her.
I
So we
like that she
won. You see what
tapped
I'm
in.
saying?
She cared.
But what I'm
Good
saying is
win.
this, man. But what I'm saying is this. You see the difference now between Moss and Maava? Before we would have only been ahead 1 or 2 points. But now we're ahead 8 points, and then we put it out at the end, man. We needed that spark, but most importantly, we needed Riley to be able to use his entire playbook. He was hobbled with Moss in there. And then we pull it out. And could you imagine us being able
Right.
to put it out those other 5 or 6 games, man? We'll probably be undefeated right now.
Man, we at least be like 9-1.
Listen, man, all of those games we had an opportunity to win. We lost them last second. Michigan, we lost
You mean?
last second. Minnesota, we lost last
Nah,
second.
we did
Maryland, we
beat
lost
it.
last second. You know what I'm saying? None of those games we were out of. We were actually ahead. And we lost them because we were trying to fit a square peg into a round hole, bro. Plain and simple. But I appreciate you having me on, bro, man. Let me get ready to check up out of here, man. I'm gonna get with you, all right?
Yeah, where we at next? Like, I know US. I'm finna end this. I know USCJ probably pop alive.
Yeah, he
I
probably
probably
gonna go
slide over
live,
there.
but I gotta go get me something to eat right now, man. I'm starving. I haven't had anything much today, so I appreciate you having me on your
All right,
live, bro.
good
I
luck
really
on
do.
it.
I get with you, bro.
Oh, you already know. All
All
right,
right,
good
fight
luck.
on, fight on.
Y'all, where we at? I gave y'all 3 hours of live play by play. I'm gonna let USCJ get the post game. That's where y'all at. I'm finna slide to the J whenever he go live. Thank y'all for coming in. Since we won, this is my first USC live from beginning to end. So since we won, I'm gonna keep doing USC lives. Hopefully, I could bring us good luck. So salute. I'm pretty sure y'all finna go to J. I'll see y'all over there. It's Carter Sports, Carter Gang. Good dub for the Trojans, and I'm out this thing.